Dr. S.K. Garg, Director JMIT, Dr. Vivek Sharma, Director JMIETI, and we are thrilled to have all with us today as we embark on this exciting journey of knowledge sharing and collaboration. Today's conference is not just about discussions and presentations, it's also about starting this day with positive energy and shared values. To mark this auspicious beginning, we will commence with a traditional lamp lighting ceremony symbolizing the illumination of knowledge and dispelling the darkness. I would like to invite Dr. S.K. Garg, Director JMIT, Ms. Seema Kataria, Principal MLBA Yamuna, Mr. Narula Sir, MLM Senior Secondary School, Abdullapur, to join us for the ceremonial lighting of the lamp.
नेशनल उद लगानी है क्या फिर सरस्वती वंदना बहुत जरा वही थोड़ी देर में चला रही जब
As this lamp is lit, may it illuminate our minds, inspire our discussions, and guide us toward meaningful outcomes. Thank you to our esteemed guests for performing this beautiful ritual. We are truly honored to have your presence here today.
Before we embark on today's journey of exploration and learning, it is my privilege to introduce someone who has been instrumental in bringing this conference to life. And we are truly fortunate to have his leadership steering this event. Let's take a moment to watch a brief video that will introduce us to our worthy director, Dr. S.K. Garg. ado, please join me in extending a warm welcome to Dr. S.K. Garg, Director JMIT, to present the official welcome address. Please, sir.
Thank you. Respected delegates, I extend my hearty welcome to all of my colleagues, senior faculty members, principals, head of the institutions to JMIT. Without taking much time between you and my presentation, I straightforward start my presentation. Already we are late, so I regret that we are late in starting today's conference, but kindly bear with us. So as far as my topic is concerned, it is related with the revolution of 21st century education, empowering educator to cultivate essential life skills. So this is the topic of my presentation. So I have divided 21st century education skills into 3 categories. I referred CBSE manual as far as new education policy is concerned to divide these categories. One is learning skills, then literacy skills, and life skills. So these are the 3 important constituents of the education skills which we have to discuss today. Although there are a lot of speakers who will elaborate on various skills. So as far as learning skills are concerned, learning skills can be divided into 4 categories. One is critical thinking, creativity, collaborate, and communication skills. So because we all are educators, so we have to promote the critical thinking among our students. Sometimes it is called the beyond books. Beyond books, and my dear friends, while students have to appear in the placement drives, corporate world expects the critical thinking among the students. Although we are lacking in this parameter, our students are not trained to think beyond the books. So we have to promote the critical thinking. And for that we have to initiate a lot of attributes. It may be related with the live projects, it may be related with the various competitions, it may be related with the application-based teaching. It may be the problems of the real life situations, or the real life problem, so that we can promote the critical thinking. So similarly, we have to promote the creativity. Definitely, we alone can't do so much. But if we collaborate with each other, then we can promote the life skills, we can promote the learning skills, we can promote the literacy skills. So my dear young friends, kindly collaborate with each other so that we can multiply our efforts. We have also collaborated with various leading corporates and the leading institutions of the country just to promote the learning skills. Then we have the communication. So similarly, literacy skills can be divided into 3 categories. One is information, to whom we have to refer. To whom we have to refer is very, very important in one's life. Sometimes we take the decisions, but our reference is not proper. मुझे याद है मैंने प्लस 2 पास किया. I am from the rural background. I have cleared the Dhanbad College of Engineering, College of Engineering. फैमिली ने रेफर किया, एक ऐसे आदमी को रेफर कर लिया जो प्रॉपर स्किल सेट वाला नहीं था, और अल्टीमेटली मुझे कहा गया कि कोल इंजीनियरिंग है, आपको कोल्स में काम करना पड़ेगा, और मैंने उसको ड्रॉप कर दिया. बट दैट इंस्टीट्यूट इज IIT धनबाद. 100% placement, and engineers have to work on the computerized numerical control machines only. But our reference is not proper. और sorry to say, हम इंडियंस को आदत है अगर सर में दर्द भी है तो माली भी हमें दवाई का नाम बता दे. So my dear educators, we have to decide the proper reference for our objective statement, for our problem statement. So that's very, very important. Next is we have to promote the media and digital tools. Then technology, definitely. Life skills can be divided into flexibility, leadership, initiative, productivity, and social skills. We have to promote we have to accept the change. Please be ready to adopt the change. बहुत सारी फ्लेक्सिबिलिटी है। और अगर हम इंडियन डिज़ाइन की बात करें, अगर हम फर्नीचर भी डिज़ाइन करते हैं उसको भी हम रिजिड डिज़ाइन करते हैं, whereas all the designs adopted by the China or other countries, they are flexibility in their designs. They can change the height of the chair, they can change the width of the chair, they can change the different parameters, different attributes, different specifications of all the things. So we have to think that we have to adopt the flexibility in the design. We have to adapt the flexibility in our thinking process, or always we have to ready for the change. मुझे याद है स्टेट बैंक ऑफ इंडिया का कुछ सालों पुराना एक्सपीरियंस, फर्स्ट काउंटर, देन सेकंड काउंटर, देन थर्ड काउंटर, देन फोर्थ काउंटर, एंड नाउ व्हाट इज द चेंज? सिंगल विंडो सिस्टम। सिंगल विंडो सिस्टम, आपको रिक्विजिशन भी फर्स्ट काउंटर पे देनी है और कैश भी आपको फर्स्ट काउंटर पे देनी है। मीन्स वी हैव टू अडॉप्ट द फ्लेक्सिबिलिटी इन आवर अप्रोच। सो दैट इज माय सजेशन। Leadership, yes, we have to set an example for the others. Initiative, then creativity and critical thinking are very much related to each other. As far as the productivity is concerned, I am the administrator. Lot of times I face a challenge. We have the objective statement, we have the challenge statement. My colleagues visit to me and they just render the problem with me. This is the problem. Yeah, this is the challenge. So my suggestion to my colleagues is, please visit to me with the probable solutions. You have a challenge, you have to visit to me along with the probable solutions. Then we can discuss on the probable solutions. Then we can apply our knowledge, wisdom, and then ultimately suggest the optimum solution for that challenge. And if we discuss among each other, or we do the proper brainstorming, then definitely we can find the optimum solution for that challenge. So we have to promote, and we must be outcome based. We must be outcome based. So every process, every activity, we have to map that this is the outcome of that process. So we have to identify that outcome. Then social skills. We have very good students who are creating wonders as an individual. But while we are conducting the placement drives, there is one very important concept, and that is called the teamwork. How the individual perform in a team is a very important attribute as far as the corporate requirements are concerned. आप सीनियर्स के साथ कैसे बात करते हो, आप जूनियर्स के साथ कैसे बात करते हो, आप सीनियर्स को कैसे मैनेज करते हो, आप जूनियर्स को कैसे मैनेज करते हो. So that is very important as far as the corporate need is concerned. Although, sorry to say this, in the school education we don't have so much activities with the help of which we can measure, we can evaluate the team performance. So my humble appeal, my humble request to all the educators is kindly promote the evaluation methodology related to teamwork. छोटी टीम्स आप अपने स्कूल्स में बनाएं, छोटे प्रोजेक्ट बच्चों को असाइन करें, छोटी असाइनमेंट असाइन करें और अक्रॉस द ईयर्स करें. Not only from all the students or from 12th or 10th or 11th, you have to hybrid the students among the various classes so that they learn how to work with the seniors, how to work with the juniors, and how we can manage all the teams having different attributes, different skill set. So in this way we have to promote this. Hindustan Times lead school co-founder and CEO. If we have to transform India into a vibrant, knowledge superpowered buyer, these are the three technologies. One is artificial intelligence, other is design thinking, and other is social skills. So these are the few initiatives with the help of which we can transform our country as a developing country to developed country. So definitely we have to address the various attributes. Moral education to be compulsory in classes 9 to 12. Dr. Rumila Sharma, subject specialist, State Council for Education Research and Training. This is the article published, and she is the author. And Conclusion is non-violence, harmony and humanity, balanced life, fearlessness and determination. Students are not clear with their objectives. Students are not clear with their objectives. I just shared one case study. TCS placement drive चल रहा है. बच्चे से पूछा जाता है, what is your dream? Why you are here? Sir, TCS is my dream company. Okay. And what are your efforts related to TCS? Have you visited the website of TCS? Sorry, sir, I have not visited. Okay. Tell me the schedule of today's. Sorry, I have not done anything. एक तरफ बच्चा कह रहा है कि मेरा ड्रीम कंपनी है और एफर्ट्स में वो ड्रीम नजर नहीं आ रहा, तो वो कहीं ना कहीं हमारा मिसमैच है हमारे स्टूडेंट्स का. वो भी हमें बहुत अच्छे से एड्रेस करना है कि हमारे बच्चों के क्या ऑब्जेक्टिव्स हैं एंड व्हाट काइंड ऑफ एफर्ट्स वी आर अप्लाइंग टू अचीव दैट ड्रीम, दैट ऑब्जेक्टिव. सो वी हैव टू आइडेंटिफाई द प्रॉपर स्ट्रेटजी टू अचीव आवर ऑब्जेक्टिव्स. Jishan, this is today's article. आज का ही आर्टिकल है. क्राइम एंड क्राइसिस इन एजुकेशन. मुझे बहुत चिंता वाला लग रहा है. क्राइम एंड क्राइसिस, जो अगले वर्ड्स है वो मेरे लिए बहुत वरीसम है. इन एजुकेशन बहुत सारे पेपर लीक, बहुत सारे मेरे नीट के टॉपर्स पेपर सॉल्व कर रहे हैं एंड दे आर बिहाइंड द बार्स. नीट टॉप किया, जेई टॉप किया, जेई एडवांस टॉप किया, अल्टीमेटली मॉरली और एथिकली अपने आप को एस्टेब्लिश नहीं कर पाए और एंड रिजल्ट क्या हुआ कि वो बिहाइंड द बार्स. So my dear educators, this suggests me that we have to promote the moral value and ethical values among our students in a great depth. We have to put a lot of efforts to promote the moral values and ethical values in our education system. So just to promote the various skills among the students, learning skills, we have taken various initiatives, whether it is critical thinking. To promote the critical thinking, we conduct the internal hackathon. Smart India Hackathon is an event organized by All India Council for Technical Education and the corporate world. So what is happening? Corporate world gives the problems, industrial problems to the students of engineering, and they have to provide the solution for those practical problems. So we promote this culture among our students. We motivate our students to participate in Smart India Hackathon. But there is a constraint that we can participate only five or six teams maybe. So just to select the 5 or 6 teams, we conduct the internal hackathon within our institute. So just few days back, we conducted the Smart India Hackathon within the campus. About 200 students have participated in that hackathon. Although we have to forward only 5 to 6 teams. So that is the way with the help of which we can promote the critical thinking among the students. Then to promote the creativity, we conduct the Mukand Entrepreneurship Mela. We have the D cell within our institute. My 288 alumni are working very successfully as far as the entrepreneurship is concerned. So we promote the ED, and if there is any student who want to create his or her startup, we provide the seed money. 50,000 seed money उसको provide करते हैं. एक computer, laptop, table, chairs, office, then website, then digital marketing. All these expenditures will be borne by the institute. So this is our model with the help of which we can promote. We are promoting the startup initiative within the institute, and we are getting very good results. Very good results. One of the startup was awarded by the government of India, Prime Minister, in one event, and that company is Sagar. 4 साल पहले वो बच्चे पास आउट हुए, Center of Excellence Robotics में काम किया. Then they created their own company related with the drone manufacturing. Now they have more than 200 employees, and their turnover is more than 20 crores per annum. Sagar Defense. So awarded by the government of India regarding this issue. Then just to promote the collaboration, we have signed various MOUs with the corporate world like TCS. Then we also conduct the various professional events just to promote the communication among our students. So this is the corporate scenario. This is the placement scenario. And we are having different rounds. One may be group discussion, other may be management round, and other is HR round. So I have already told you that corporate world is looking for the teamwork. They evaluate the students who are very good in teamwork. Current affairs. Our current students are very, very poor in current affairs. 90% students are not reading the newspapers. 90%. Very large figure. उनको करंट अफेयर्स का पता ही नहीं, और अगर स्टूडेंट्स को करंट अफेयर्स का पता नहीं है तो वो किसी भी ग्रुप डिस्कशन में प्रॉपर्ली पार्टिसिपेट नहीं कर सकते। तो कहीं ना कहीं मेरी हम्बल अपील है आप सबसे, कैन यू प्रमोट रीडिंग ऑफ न्यूज़पेपर्स, कंटेंट as well as the quality of the content, along with certain statistical data. These are the three prerequisites while we have to participate in the group discussion. मेरे पास कंटेंट भी होनी चाहिए, क्वालिटी भी होना चाहिए, और उसका प्रॉपर रेफरेंस भी होना चाहिए along with the certain statistical measures. And that group discussion is the eliminating round. 100 स्टूडेंट्स ने पार्टिसिपेट किया प्लेसमेंट में, उसमें से उन्होंने 10 या 15 बच्चों को अगले राउंड में प्रमोट करना है, तो दे कंडक्ट द ग्रुप डिस्कशन, और वो एक एलिमिनेशन राउंड है। टेक्निकली आप बहुत अच्छे हैं, कम्युनिकेशन बहुत अच्छा है, बट अगर आपने करंट अफेयर्स को प्रॉपर्ली प्रेजेंट नहीं किया, डिस्कस नहीं किया, तो वो आप एलिमिनेट हो जाएंगे। देन यू आर हैविंग द मैनेजमेंट राउंड। इन मैनेजमेंट राउंड डिफरेंट एट्रीब्यूट्स विल बी इवैल्यूएटेड। वन इज प्लानिंग। मैंने पहले ही आपको टीसीएस का एग्जांपल दिया। वी आर हैविंग लॉट ऑफ प्लानर्स। आर्ली बेसिस पे डिवाइड करें हम डे को 9 to 10, 10 to 11, 11 to 12, उसको चेक आउट करें, वीकली प्लानिंग करें, मंथली प्लानिंग करें। तो इस तरह के एट्रीब्यूट्स हमें अपने बच्चों को प्रमोट करने हैं कि आपने पूरे डे को, पूरे वीक को, पूरे मंथ को किस तरह से प्लान किया है। You have set few objectives for yourself. How you achieve those objectives? What is your planning? So that is the one part. Then how you execute your planning? It is the another part. You have done proper planning. You have executed. Then you have to do the proper measurement and analysis. What are the deviations? What are the various reasons for the deviations? Then you have to identify those. Then you have to take certain corrective and preventive actions related to those deviations. If there are certain corrections which are to be needed, you have to initiate the corrective action. But if there are certain preventive actions, then you have to initiate the preventive as well. So both way we have to address, we have to initiate the corrective as well as the preventive action. बहुत बार फैन खराब होता है, we replace the fan. That is the corrective action. But वो फैन खराब क्यों हुआ? वो उससे भी ज़्यादा important, and that is related with the preventive action. अगर आज मैंने पूरे दिन में 5 घंटे वेस्ट किए हैं, अगले दिन वो वेस्ट ना हो, what are the reasons for those wastage of 5 hours? We have to identify those reasons and we have to initiate the preventive action as well. तो बहुत सारे प्रोफेशनल्स सिर्फ करेक्टिव एक्शंस लेते हैं, बट दे डोंट थिंक इन टर्म्स ऑफ प्रिवेंटिव एक्शन। तो हमें करेक्टिव भी लेना है और हमें प्रिवेंटिव भी लेना है। Moral values and ethics. Corporate people are very very smart, very smart. एक छोटी सी केस स्टडी, अगेन एक प्लेसमेंट ड्राइव। इमेजिन करें एक प्लेसमेंट ड्राइव, एक बच्चे का लास्ट राउंड स्टेशन। ड्यूरिंग द इंटरेक्शन एक एचआर जो एक्सपर्ट था वो बोलता है कि आपको कोयम्बटूर का स्टेशन दे रहे हैं। वो बच्ची बहुत स्मार्ट थी कि नहीं, मेरे घर में बहुत इश्यूज हैं, मैं कोयम्बटूर नहीं जा सकती, मेरी दादी बीमार है, मेरे पापा बीमार हैं। इस तरह से वो एक्सक्यूज दिए, और वो एचआर के लोग थे, एमआर के लोग थे। इमीडिएटली उन्होंने स्विच किया कि नहीं, शी इज हैविंग अ वेरी गुड कम्युनिकेशन स्किल, ये कोयम्बटूर के लिए नहीं है, हम आपको न्यू जर्सी भेज रहे हैं, आर यू रेडी? और इमीडिएटली कैंडिडेट, या आई एम रेडी, वेरी मच फॉर विद न्यू जर्सी। तो इमीडिएटली एमआर जो रिप्रेजेंटेटिव था कि आपकी दादी और आपके पापा का क्या हुआ, एंड अल्टीमेटली शी वाज रिजेक्टेड। तो इस तरह की केस स्टडीज हैं, इस तरह की एप्लीकेशन है जहाँ पे हमारे स्टूडेंट्स मोरली और एथिकली बहुत सारी मैनिपुलेशन करते हैं, लेकिन वो बहुत स्मार्ट हैं, वो हमारे बच्चों से बहुत स्मार्ट हैं। तो हमें वो उनकी डेप्थ में इन्वाइट करनी पड़ेगी। मैनिपुलेशन नहीं चलने वाली, मैनिपुलेशन नहीं चलने वाली। I have already elaborated something about decision making. While we are in the corporate world, or what is professionalism, we are having objective statement with us. We have the objective statement with us. We have to find out the probable solution for that objective statement. It means for that objective statement, I have to find out the certain feasible solutions. First solution, second solution, third solution. Then we have to do a lot of measurement and analysis. Means we have to apply knowledge, wisdom, and all the softwares or statistical tools to evaluate the various probable solutions for that objective statement. And at the end, I have to suggest one optimum solution for that objective statement. So my dear young friends, this is the professionalism. This is the professionalism. छोटा सा एक और एग्जांपल, सपोज मुझे यहाँ से अम्बाला जाना है, I have to evaluate the various options. One is Pipli to Ambala, other is Baban, Ladwa, Baban and Ambala, third is Damla and then Ambala. 3 options. Challenge, alternative कैसे identify करें? So we must have the knowledge for that. Then उन 3 probable solutions को मुझे evaluate करना है, maybe on different attributes. For example, distance may be one, safety of the road may be other, road conditions may be other, मुझे fuel भी भरवाना है तो availability of fuel station may be other, मुझे रास्ते में refreshment भी लेना है, that is the another attribute. So on the basis of all these attributes, I have to identify the optimum solution. And optimum solution, while considering all these parameters, maybe I have to prefer via PP. So that may not be the best solution, but that is the optimum solution. That is the optimum solution. So in this way, we have to promote the decision thinking among the students, decision making among the students. छोटे छोटे उनको प्रॉब्लम स्टेटमेंट्स दें, छोटे छोटे चैलेंजेस दें, उसके बेसिस पे उनको बहुत सारे अल्टरनेटिव सॉल्यूशंस आइडेंटिफाई करने को कहें, फिर बहुत सारे टूल्स नॉलेज जो भी उसके पास है वो अप्लाई करें और अल्टीमेटली एक ऑप्टिमम सॉल्यूशन दें। इन दिस वे वी कैन प्रमोट द डिसीजन मेकिंग अमंग द स्टूडेंट्स। देन अदर इज प्रायोरिटीज। बहुत सारा कंसर्न है प्रायोरिटीज में। ए कैटेगरी एबीसी एनालिसिस इज द वन, वेयर एनालिसिस इज द मेन, अदर टेक्निक। सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट, सबसे ज्यादा टाइम, सबसे पहले, so that may be called the A category. Then mediators, B category. Then least important may be C category. तो जब भी हम अपने डे को डिवाइड करें, टाइम को डिवाइड करें, तो हमें ABC एनालिसिस को बहुत प्रॉपरली इम्प्लीमेंट करना, बच्चों को सिखाना। जनरली बच्चे क्या करते हैं कि जो लीस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट है उस पर बहुत ज़्यादा टाइम देते हैं, बहुत ज़्यादा एफर्ट्स देते हैं, लेकिन हमें ABC एनालिसिस को प्रॉपरली इम्प्लीमेंट करना है। Team skills I have already told. Goals, objectives, then stress management. Yes, one case study for stress management. Placement drive. Reason is corporate world is not performing so good in development related field. So now all the industries are working in a service sector. It means the students they have to work in the design department as well as in the service department. Are you getting my point? डिजाइन में भी काम करना है बच्चों को और सर्विस सेक्टर में भी बात करनी है। अगर सर्विस की बात करें, इट मींस दे हैव टू कम्युनिकेट विद द कस्टमर्स, दे हैव टू एड्रेस द क्वेरीज ऑफ द वेरियस कस्टमर्स। कस्टमर अनसर्टेन है, वो क्या पूछने वाला है हमें नहीं पता, किस एप्टीट्यूड के साथ बात करने वाला है हमें नहीं पता। इस एट्रीब्यूट को चेक करने के लिए वो क्या करते हैं, दे आस्क द इररिलेवेंट क्वेश्चंस फ्रॉम द स्टूडेंट्स। बहुत फास्ट पूछते हैं सिर्फ ये चेक करने के लिए कि बच्चे स्ट्रेस में कैसे बिहेव करेंगे। इररिलेवेंट क्वेश्चन, रेपिटेटिव क्वेश्चन एट अ वेरी फास्ट रेट, पहला क्वेश्चन, दूसरा, थर्ड, फोर्थ और इररिलेवेंट क्वेश्चन, और फिर चेक करते हैं कि बच्चा उस पैरामीटर पे किस तरह से बिहेव करता है। तो हमने वो हैबिट भी, इस एट्रीब्यूट को भी अपनी पेडागोजी में प्रॉपरली एड्रेस करना है कि किस तरह से इस स्किल सेट को हम बच्चों में इम्बाइब करें। तो दैट इज अनदर चैलेंज। How to make our students job ready, and the conclusion is we have to promote the communication skills, managerial skills, teamwork, then socializing skills, and then professional skills. So this is the article published in Hindustan Times. In our institute, we promote the learning with fun, and to address this, we are having approximately 31 clubs in the institute. We have 12 clubs related to technical, then 10 clubs related to hobby and interest clubs, 9 PD and placement clubs. Then for technical clubs, we are having various technical events and the technical attributes. The important conclusion from this slide is we are having the proper organization chart for all the clubs. What it means, we are having 2 to 3 students who may be from the final year, then executive members from the pre-final year, then members from the second year and the first year. So that is very, very important. Legacy of information or the knowledge or wisdom across the batches. That is the first objective. Then they conduct the hiring process. What it means, जो भी बच्चा मेरा कन्वीनर होगा वो एक हायरिंग करेगा जूनियर्स के साथ, प्रॉपर नोटिस डिस्प्ले होगा कि मुझे फाइनेंशियल एडवाइजर चाहिए, मुझे मार्केटिंग मैन चाहिए, मुझे डिजिटल मार्केटिंग मैन चाहिए, मुझे वेबसाइट डेवलपर चाहिए। इस तरह से वो जूनियर्स के इंटरव्यू लेता है, उसमें से प्रॉपर स्टूडेंट्स को सिलेक्ट करता है और अल्टीमेटली वो एक अपनी पूरी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन टीम बनाते हैं। तो दैट इज इम्पोर्टेंट। एग्जीक्यूटिव मेंबर फैकल्टी से भी होंगे, फाइनल ईयर के स्टूडेंट्स भी होंगे, देन थर्ड ईयर के स्टूडेंट्स होंगे, देन सेकेंड ईयर के स्टूडेंट्स होंगे और उसके बाद फर्स्ट ईयर के स्टूडेंट्स होंगे। और हर स्टूडेंट्स को मिनिमम 2 क्लब्स ज्वाइन करने हैं ताकि वो कहीं ना कहीं अपने आप को पार्टिसिपेट करें। इसमें एक और मेरा हम्बल अपील है, इफ यू अप्लाई द एबीसी एनालिसिस अमंग आवर स्टूडेंट्स, देयर आर 60 स्टूडेंट्स इन अ क्लास, 20 स्टूडेंट्स डू नॉट नीड अस, उनको हमारी जरूरत नहीं है। सॉरी टू से दिस, जो सी कैटेगरी के 20 बच्चे हैं उन्हीं के लिए हम हैं, जो सी कैटेगरी के बच्चे हैं उन्हीं के लिए हम हैं और वहीं पे हमारा रोल है। तो हमारे वो बच्चे जो कहीं पर भी पार्टिसिपेट नहीं कर रहे हैं, दे आर आल्सो पेइंग फीस टू अस, इट इज आल्सो आवर रिस्पांसिबिलिटी टू ट्रांसफॉर्म देम। So for that, we have to initiate certain actions so that we can transform C category to B or A. So that also we ensure among the students. Then, just to promote the skill enhancement and collaboration, we send our students to industrial visits, for industrial visits. Then we also conduct the expert sessions. We also conduct the hands-on training workshop. Yeah, that is the very important concept. Faculty visit to corporates. What it means? We have the available curriculum with us, and that is decided by the affiliating university, maybe Kurukshetra. But what is the need of the corporate? Definitely, there is a lot of gap between the available curriculum and the need of the industry, and it is our duty to fill that gap. And that gap we identify through the involvement of various stakeholders. It may be corporate. So what it means, I send my faculty members to different companies, to different corporate world, and we identify what is the need of the corporate. And what is the gap between the available curriculum and the need of the industry. We fill that gap through the additional input. So similarly, while we are in the school education, we have to collaborate maybe with higher education, maybe with the corporate world, so that we can promote the need of the corporate from the school education itself. That is the base, that is the foundation. So these are the few glimpses of the industrial visits. We send our students to various corporate world. Now this is the another important slide. Involvement of stakeholders. Involvement of stakeholders. I'm sure all of you conduct the parent-teacher meeting, maybe in your reputed organization. But in JMIT, we conduct the parent-teacher meeting. We prepare the minutes of meeting related to parent-teacher meeting. So I think that is one differentiator. हम मिनट्स ऑफ मीटिंग बनाते हैं पेरेंट टीचर मीट के, कुछ चीज़ें हम उनको दे सकते हैं, कुछ चीज़ें उनको नहीं दे सकते, कुछ डिमांड्स को पूरी कर सकते हैं, कुछ डिमांड्स को पूरी नहीं कर सकते, और जो पूरी नहीं कर सकते हम फोल्डेड हैंड्स के साथ अपनी इनेबिलिटी शो करते हैं। मिनट्स ऑफ मीटिंग बनाते हैं और सारे पेरेंट्स को सर्कुलेट करते हैं। बहुत कीमती है हमारे पेरेंट्स का समय, बहुत कीमती है हमारे पेरेंट्स का समय। अगर हम उनके सजेशंस को इनकॉर्पोरेट नहीं करते हैं, उस पर प्रॉपर एक्शन टेकन रिपोर्ट नहीं लेते, तो उनको कहीं ना कहीं लगता है कि व्हाट इज द फन टू हैव दिस। और बहुत सारे स्कूल्स में मैंने प्रॉपरली इस चीज़ को एड्रेस किया, देखा है कि वहाँ पे पेरेंट्स आते हैं, बहुत अपना टाइम देते हैं, बहुत अच्छे से अपने सजेशंस मार्क करते हैं, लेकिन जब अगली बार जाते हैं पूछते हैं कि मैंने ये सजेशन दिया था, उसका क्या एक्शन हुआ, दैट एक्शन नॉट हुआ। सो इट्स माय हम्बल अपील टू ऑल ऑफ यू, kindly initiate the action taken report on the suggestions received in parent-teacher meeting. So that is my humble suggestion. Faculty visit I have already told you, ABC analysis we have already discussed. Yeah, this is another parameter. alumni. जितने भी मेरे challenges हैं, उन सब के solutions मुझे सिर्फ alumni से हैं। कहीं पे भी मुझे इधर-उधर जाने की जरूरत नहीं, कहीं पर भी मुझे इधर-उधर जाने की जरूरत नहीं है। All the solutions for my challenges will be provided by my alumni. So we are having 10 alumni chapters across the world. We have also created one alumni chapter related with entrepreneurship. We have 288 alumni entrepreneurs who are exhibiting their business. Then we have identified 88 students who are willing to start their startups. We are providing the mentorship through our alumni entrepreneurs. मैंने एक WhatsApp का ग्रुप बना दिया है, 288 जो एंटरप्रेन्योर्स थे उनके साथ उन 88 स्टूडेंट्स को कोलैबोरेट कर दिया, सो दैट दे कैन हैव द प्रॉपर मेंटरशिप। अगर कोई बच्चा सॉफ्टवेयर डेवलपमेंट में जाना चाहता है, तो मैंने 10 बच्चे जो सॉफ्टवेयर डेवलपमेंट इंडस्ट्री को रन कर रहे हैं उनके साथ ही उनकी मेंटरशिप असाइन कर दी, सो दैट दे हैव द प्रॉपर and specific mentorship if he or she has to start the startup. We have created the centers of excellence in the institute just to fill the gap between the available curriculum and the need of the industry. Then next slide. This is the additional input for every course. For every semester, we have initiated the additional input. For example, BTech Computer Science and Engineering student, first semester में ये additional input पढ़ेगा, second में ये पढ़ेगा, third में ये पढ़ेगा in this way. BBA first semester ये additional input पढ़ेगा, ये पढ़ेगा, और all these things are related with the skill based on. हमने syllabus पे focus नहीं करना, हमने सिलेबस के अलावा जो भी मेरे कॉर्पोरेट के स्किल सेट है वो हमने सेमेस्टर वाइज मैप किया है, प्रॉपर्ली प्लान किया है, प्रॉपर्ली एग्जीक्यूट करते हैं, प्रॉपर्ली मेजरमेंट होती है, प्रॉपर एनालिसिस होता है, और अल्टीमेटली वी अवार्ड दी सर्टिफिकेट फॉर दैट पर्टिकुलर स्किल सेट। तो वो सारी पेडागोजी हमने इम्प्लीमेंट की है अपने इंस्टीट्यूट में। सो दीज आर द डिफरेंट स्किल सेट वी आर प्रोवाइडिंग कोर्स वाइज, ब्रांच वाइज। देन दीज आर द सम ऑफ द सोशल स्किल्स we promote through PD. It may be your it may be related with raw talk, Sinoquest, then dining etiquette. Yeah, this is very important. Jaya जो हमारी PD है उसकी टीम डिफरेंट पोर्टल्स में जाती है बच्चों को लेके, और वहाँ पे उनको डाइनिंग एटिकेट सिखाने के लिए प्रैक्टिकल क्लासेस वहीं पे डेमोन्स्ट्रेट करते हैं। तो बहुत सारे बच्चे जो जिनको अवेयरनेस नहीं है, पता नहीं है, उनको भी हम डाइनिंग एटिकेट वहीं से प्रैक्टिकली सिखाते हैं। देन या नेक्स्ट स्लाइड। कोलैबोरेशन की मैंने ऑलरेडी आपसे बात की है। जस्ट टू enhance the simulation, augmented and virtual reality skills among the students. We have signed the MOUs with IIT Delhi, IIT Roorkee, IIT Bombay and IIT Kanpur. So this is the need of today's world. Augmented reality, virtual games. So you have to promote this in your school education as well. All the IITs are available for your students as well. They promote augmented reality and virtual reality. Only you have to register your school, your institute on the portal of IITs. Then they can provide you all the facilities for your school students. So that also you can enroll, you can take the advantage. Then we conduct workshops, expert lecture, career counseling, placement, motivation and incubation. I have already told you my alumni chapters. Next slide please. These are the few activities. We promote the life skills through corporate training, staff development, ability for teachers, motivation sessions, staff development. This is one of my differentiator. Generally we conduct the development sessions for the teachers only. Few of the institutions are here. We conduct the development program for the staff as well. So we have to initiate the development programs for the non-teaching staff as well. पूरा का पूरा टीम है इंस्टीट्यूट में जो एक डिफरेंशिएटर होगा, इनिशिएटर्स होगा, और हमें सभी को इन्वॉल्व करना चाहिए ताकि हम एक चेंज इनिशिएट कर पाए. This is the outcome of our processes. TCS placement drive, 22 students were selected. Highest package as far as the BTech is concerned, 20 lakh per annum, DCA 7.36, DBA 26 lakh per annum, and BA 8.64 lakh per annum. So these are the students placed in different corporate work. Corporate etiquette and future business park, we have signed the MOU with the TCS. TCS conduct the placement drive for the BBA and BCA students in Mukand from all over the North India, Himachal, Haryana and Punjab. Mukand institutions are the one only where they conduct the placement drive for the BBA and the BCA students. Last year 28 students were placed in TCS from BBA and BCA. Next. Smart India Hackathon, I have already told you, we achieved the national level first position many times in Smart India Hackathon. IIT Delhi की टीम को भी हमने हराया है, NITs की टीम को भी हमने हराया है, and we were awarded with the first position. Next slide. IIT, this is a recent achievement. Our students achieved in IIT from Haryana. Next. Next slide. Yeah. What we can do, how we can collaborate with each other. We have few of the advanced lab in our institute center of excellence. I have already shown you. If you want to take the advantage of those centers of excellence, can you send your students to us during the summer internship? We conduct the summer internship in between the semesters. So you can nominate your students so that you can promote maybe Python learning, maybe advanced code, maybe Java learning, maybe HTML. We can provide you all those facilities and we can train your students. Then skill immersion we can do jointly just to promote the machine learning, robotics, coding, digital marketing. We can also conduct the career counseling session within your institute. For your students, we can also conduct the skill session. We can also conduct the activity on emerging technologies related with the Industrial Revolution 4.0 or as per the prerequisite of new education policy. So we can conduct the faculty development program within your institute for your faculty members. And all these are available free of cost, just to have the sharing of resources. So these are the 21st century life skills framework. Next slide please. So this is my last slide. Demand the education by which character is formed, strength of mind is increased, intellect is expanded, and one gets better on one's own field. So with these words, thank you very much. Jai Hind.
Thank you, sir, for that inspiring and insightful welcome address. Your words have set the perfect tone for our conference, reminding us of the incredible opportunities ahead and the impact we can make together.
Now, as we embark on this day of exploration and learning, I encourage each one of you to engage actively, share your insights and build connections that will foster growth and innovation. Without further ado, let's dive into our first session. I'm confident that today's discussions will be both enriching and inspiring. Thank you, and let's get started. It is my distinct pleasure to introduce and welcome a remarkable individual who brings a wealth of experience and a track record of excellence in administration. Her career is a testament to her exceptional skills and unwavering commitment. Her experience and insights are invaluable, and we are incredibly fortunate to join us today. She will be sharing her knowledge and perspectives, and we look forward to the rich contributions she will bring to our discussion. Please turn your attention to the screen as we watch a video that showcases the accomplishments and contributions of our esteemed speaker. And also please join me in welcoming Shrimati Shashi Bhadla, Director, Mukand Schools. We're excited to learn from her expertise and to engage with the insights she will be sharing.
फोन कर देना वो
A very good morning to all of you. I take this opportunity to thank Dr. S.K. Garg for enlightening you all, not only about his institute, rather giving you a pathway and enlightenment that how you all can change your education system. The pedagogy in the schools need sea change, and the various steps that which can be followed, he has given you beautifully. Thank you, Dr. Garg. Number of skills have been shown on the dais: communication, adaptability, emotional intelligence, leadership, time management, problem solving. And I have been assigned the duty of talking to you on the art of mastering problem solving. This problem solving art, it's an art and is a valuable skill that can benefit many areas of our life. In this competitive world, everyone is struggling to get and provide quality education, quality product, quality technology, quality services, quality management. And hence the demand is of excellence in every field. Actually, to be the best and excellent in every aspect is a skill. And each organization in search of excellence passes through number of problems, and they cannot improve unless they consistently seek out and solve their problems. Most of the times it requires a profound cultural change right from top to bottom. Therefore, the leaders need to develop in themselves as a part of conscious effort, a problem-solving culture involving the team of workers. The team or employees who are engaged and involved in problem solving find themselves to be motivated, perform better, and as a result, the organization performs far better, improves its efficiency and the routine working. There are a number of requisites in the problem solving. First of all, it is openness to discussing about problems. It is the leaders of the organization who have to focus on talking of the problem, the issues and opportunities openly, so that the team could speak of their mind and suggestions without fear. In practice, the problem solving begins with the ability to acknowledge problems and a willingness to access them without judgment. But when the leader sees the problems as mistakes, defects, failures, making his co-workers uncomfortable. As a result, the problem goes unfixed. Leaders should analyze the problem to uncover the root cause instead of playing the blame game. Mostly, when a problem is identified, the root cause is not the team or the employees. Rather, it is due to lack of transparency, poor communication, inadequate training, misaligned incentives. Hence, we should see the problem as something to prize and not bury. Raising and discussing problems is not just novel, but desirable and critical to success. Therefore, it has been said, problems are gold nuggets. We have to search. It is when we don't have a problem that we have a problem. In this era, most of the companies ask their employees to suggest for improvement at the time of appraisal, to look for problems and their fixing. And here in our institution at Yamanagar, what we do is, after every major event, we ask the staff to write down the suggestions so that we may prepare ourselves and plug the loopholes in the next events. Secondly, willingness to see problems wherever they may be. Before you acknowledge, you have to be aware of problem. It is the duty of the leader to identify the problem before it becomes crisis. Identifying the issues and the problem is a skill that the leaders of the organization need to develop and master. Here I'll take up a case study. Customer demands next. A customer demands to know from the manager of a bank about the loan that he had applied a week ago. Manager has three options. First of all, he can simply reply to the person that the application is in process and will be dealt very soon. Secondly, he can track the application quietly and get it expedited. And thirdly, the manager goes to find the cause of the delay and whether it is with other applications as well. So here, only the third option enables the manager to bring the real cause of light to the light and get the team involved in identifying and fixing it up. Therefore, a reliable way to help the individuals learn to spot the problem is to make the ideal outcome of their work and brief them of the process. Exactly as if the lines drawn in the parking lot giving the directions and guidance as if it is done in the parking lot. And thirdly, understanding that small problems matter most. Normally, the organizations design the process for the managing of big projects. They set up very well-honed routines to handle big issues, appoint managers, set objectives, check progress at regular intervals. In case of failures, leaders intervene and implement big strategies. However, in this process, they forget to notice small problems. And the best way to manage the small problems is to solve them as and when they arise. Here I take up a case study of a principal. Principal is always busy in dealing with the big issues. and forgets the small ones. The small ones being the mischiefs of the students, absenteeism, reaching late in the classroom, bunking the classroom, misbehaving in the classroom. And on the other hand, irregularities of the teachers as well. They too reach late in the classroom. They also come out of the classroom early, and maybe they don't check the homework, they don't follow what the instructions have been given. So all these small issues, they are left unnoticed. Here the need is, I give you the solution, the need is of appointing a hierarchy of leaders, that is section heads or coordinators, and plug the small but important issues immediately. The fourth point, here it is, commitment to approaching problems methodically. What happens? Leaders, they are very confident, oh, we know everything. And instantly, as and when a problem comes across, they give their decisions. And these good decisions are based on the instinct and normally faulty, confusing. Whereas the problems are to be solved methodically, systematic in a disciplined approach, creating into new language, building capabilities of employees more quickly, resulting into collaboration. Effective process for identifying and solving the problems involves 5 steps. First of all, define the problem and break it down into small parts. Clarifying and understanding that what is happening and what should be the root cause. Secondly, analyze and research. Gather information and resources to help understand the problem. Thirdly, develop a solution. Brainstorm and craft a good solution that tackles the root cause, eliminates the symptoms of the causes of problem. Fourth point is test and refine the solution. Choose the best solution and ensure that it has an impact. Evaluate pros and cons and then put the solution into action to eradicate the problem. Various experiments need to be conducted to validate the solution. And finally, review and learn, reflect on the outcome and learn from experiences. Recognition that observations are equally important as is data is also very important prerequisite. Mostly in big institutions, big organizations, it is gathering and analyzing of financial data for reporting, revenues, variations, valuations, and volumes. Instead, the organizations struggle to understand about their capacity and level of demand. What was our planned capacity? How much we could achieve and what was the quality of work? Here, I'm reminded of a case study of Ford's company, Crisis, where a newly manufactured car could not pass through the gate. And engineers, they were all stuck up what to do. And the gate man suggested that you reduce the volume of air pressure in the tires and the car will pass through. So you can say that observations also provide a powerful and immediate source of insight into processes, capabilities, and ways of working. And I'll say problem solving is immune to the law of diminishing returns. Problems never cease to arise. It is the building of problem-solving culture and always striving to do things better, eliminating long-standing niggles, introducing efficient way of working to see how the work can be done differently for improving every day. For the leader, it is to create an environment of support, change, and respect. Respect to the expertise of co-workers. Workers pointing and identifying the problems and fixing them up. Leaders are the team heroes only if they provide help to others to achieve their best. And to sum up, I'll say that solutions to the problems depend upon 4 major points. Consent, dissent, invent, or prevent. Consent is you immediately accept the mistake, that oh, yes, this problem has arisen. You decide to consent it, give it up. and accept defeat, quit. It's a negative attitude of a person that you immediately accept the problem. Or secondly, it is another negative attitude is dissent. You react to the problem, and when you're reacting, you are tough, hard, cold, and bitter as well. You feel sorry for yourself. Oh, your problem always is everybody. And at the same time, the whole world goes against you. Against your policies, and you are abandoned, isolated, and you undergo a sort of depression. Whereas on the positive side, invent. You are to invent a solution. Because here in this world, there is no damn problem whose solution is not available. We can have solution for everything. And finally, it is prevent problem. If you are ready, we know that we failed in so and so aspect, and we learn from our failures. When we learn from our failures, we can prevent the problems to come forward. Thank you very much for listening. Giving your attention. Yes, thank you.
Thank you, ma'am, for being here and for continued contributions to the field. We are honored to have you with us today. Now, please join me in welcoming Ms. Nilendrajit Sandhu, Principal SD Vidya Ambala, as she takes the stage to present Mastering the Art of Conflict Resolution. To set the stage for our upcoming presentation, let's watch a brief video that highlights the key accomplishments and expertise of our speaker.
Good morning, everyone. I'm here today to share with you a hands-on case study. And while I relate the story to you, it's going to be a story form completely. And it's a true story. While going through the journey, you will be able to understand the topic, because it's very important in today's times that we focus on experiential learning by doing. I think no matter how many sermons we give, or how many lectures we give, or how many notings we make, till we kind of have an emotional connect, we do not carry the message home. So today I'm here to share with you my own story. Now this story began with a problem, with a conflict. I today am the principal of the ST Vidya School of Ambala, Kant. And 2009, also I was the principal of the then called Diwan Harikrishan Das ST Public School, now called the ST Vidya School. At that point of time, I joined in 2009 and left in 2011 because of a conflict. Because I could not reach out to the management, and the management could not reach out to me, and we felt we were not being able to do justice to what we were asked to do, and I left in 2011. Cut to 2016. the ST Vidya school was shrouded in a lot of controversy, conflict, a lot of daggers drawn between the management and the parents. The issue was of fee hike. I'm sure many schools must be struggling with the same issue. Parents were not ready to pay the hiked fee. Management was adamant that the fee hike would not be rolled back. They were in a situation where they felt they had no solution. And that's when my management probably thought of me again. At that point of time, I was the principal of the Millennium School, Patiala, and 5 years down I was there. And they said, Madam, there's a huge conflict in our school, and we would want you to come and kind of be a bridge between the management and the parents. Now when, the previous speaker was speaking about problem solving, when I came back to my school, at that point, I came to know that the school's name had been changed. The school now was called the ST Vidya School. And there was complete chaos. There was complete conflict just because there was no communication. There was utter lack of communication. वो कहते हैं ना कि अगर किसी भी चीज का हल करना है तो डायलॉग बहुत जरूरी है. मोनोलॉग से हल नहीं होते हैं. And what I felt was कि parent और management का dialogue नहीं हो रहा. They have come down with their shutters. So the first thing that we did was understand the problem. Now what does a good leader do? The good leader first, it's a very, very simple strategy. I'm sure you all will agree. जब कोई बहुत सारी steam के साथ आता है, बहुत सारा भरा हुआ आता है, and they have lot of complaints, तो हमें क्या करना चाहिए? उनकी बात सुननी चाहिए, right? Patiently. So when I came back in 2016, I found because there was no dialogue, so I told my management, I said immediately we need to have an open house with the parents. And the management said, no ways, you can't be crazy, because that point of time the ST Vidya school was under litigation. There was so much of black flags being shown. There were dharnas in front of the school. The school was making the headlines every day. And all possible negatives were featured in all the dailies. And the management said, you must be out of your mind to suggest कि आप open house करेंगे. Parents are going to eat you up. I said, it's okay, but जब तक dialogue नहीं होगा, conflict हम नहीं सुधार पाएंगे या उसका solution नहीं ढूंढ पाएंगे. So the first step is face it. You have to face it. You have to hold the bull by the horns. And that too, we had a huge gathering of almost 5,000 parents sitting, absolutely in arms, wanting to just strangle everybody there. And I just got up on stage and I said, okay, बताइए क्या problem है? And they started off. Problem. They were never-ending problems. So I let them speak. So I said, okay, yes. I heard them patiently out, and once they had taken off their steam, let out the steam, gradually, I said, ये तो सही है, लेकिन यहाँ आपने भी ये ध्यान रखना है, ये तो सही है. So gradually, we started सिर ऐसे हिलाया, फिर धीरे धीरे ऐसे हिलाना शुरू किया. And would you believe, by the end of my open house, I had half the parents by my side, without doing anything, without even proposing anything. And that's how our journey started. We noted down what all they had to tell us. Then we sat down to understand and analyze the problem. And as a leader, we thought that this problem has to be dealt as a leader. So we can't chicken out of the situation. We can't brush it under the carpet. We have to admit it. We have no other way. So the second open house, I went on to stage and I said, I admit that this is what is required for reform and change. Now, parents, for change and reform, you have to equip the school and you have to make sure there was mass attrition in the school, children were leaving the school. I said, बच्चे छोड़ जाएंगे तो बच्चों की फीस नहीं आएगी, बच्चों की फीस नहीं आएगी तो स्कूल आगे कैसे चलेगा? The school was already in a loss of 5 CR at that point of time and mass attrition हो रहा था and we couldn't lose one single child. So we had to plan a strategy. हम क्या ऐसा करते कि we could bring about the wow factor. So we thought, okay, let's plan a curriculum. And why would you jump in fire? Why are you doing all this firefighting? You're already established in Patiala. You would be, I belong to Patiala. So I had to travel 1 hour every day from Patiala to Ambala. I said, everybody told me you would be insane to do that. I said, well, this opportunity, Patiala cannot give me. Ambala's given me this opportunity, and this opportunity, I am sure as a leader, will change my life. And ladies and gentlemen, you wouldn't believe that the moment we started off with the curriculum that we had doled out, the first thing that I will share today with you is just one bit. For others, we'll have to meet again. So I just talk about our green journey. So the first thing that we brought about was, let's have recognition inside and outside Haryana. So how could we recognize our school? So we thought, okay, let's do something different. It was just a thought. We were struggling. हमें कुछ तो ऐसा करना था that we would attract the attention of the media. So that was the thing that was running on our minds. And we started, the plantation drive. Very simple. सभी plants लगाते हैं. हमने उस plantation drive को इतना beautifully magnify किया, इतने पौधे लगाए to attract media to our school so that we could click pictures and start sending positive news in the newspapers. बड़े-बड़े पौधे लगा के we invested there. And you won't believe, within a year, our campus was lush green. I'm just talking about the green journey here. Our campus was lush green, and lo and behold, there was another problem in the waiting. All my gardeners were like, मैडम इतना पौधा लगा दिया, सारा दिन झाड़ू मारते हैं, पत्ते फिनिश नहीं होते, जगह जगह पत्तों का ढेर लगा है, इतना बड़ा प्रॉब्लम और क्रिएट कर दिया. They had a genuine problem. And I called all my students, made them sit. I said, this is the problem, find a solution. Always remember, whenever there is a problem, involve others in it. Do not struggle with it alone. Let not your mind be kind of weighing under the problem. Share your problem. It's very important to speak out. So I just spoke out to my students. हम भी पत्तों की खाद बनाएं. That's okay. I never knew every college is doing this project. I went there, learned the skill, came back, and we had absolute compost pits in line in our campus. We had 10 compost pits and we started making manure out of it. हमारे पास इतनी खाद बन गई, फिर हमारे मामी आ गए. मैडम जी, अब एक और प्रॉब्लम खड़ा कर दिया. इतने भर दिए हैं पिट, इस खाद का क्या करना है? इतनी खाद हमारे कैंपस में चाहिए नहीं. There is a problem. Call the children again. I said, well, we have manure. Think what we can do with it. So children came up with the idea, ma'am, can't we? There was no place on the ground for any plant to be put. So I said, अभी तो हमको ही हाथ खड़े करके यहाँ पौधे उगाने पड़ेंगे, otherwise तो जगह ही नहीं है. There's no place in the entire campus. So children said, ma'am, why don't we go to the roof? And we went to the roof and made a rooftop garden there, a vegetable garden. And all the manure was used there. But manure is, तो पत्ते तो झड़ ही गए हैं और manure बन ही रहा है. There was so much of manure that there were sacks full of manure. We made small pouches and we thought, okay, let's have all the children making a rooftop garden in their houses. So we got in touch with all the parents and we said, अपने अपनी छतों की सफाई शुरू करो. And अभी ये सफाई शुरू हुई. Parents were so excited, they got involved, and we gave those packets of manure to all the children and said, अपना अपना सब्जी छत पे लगाओ. And all of them were ready with their plants, ready with their vegetables. And then we just came up with a beautiful idea that let's grow cotton. Because we thought that let's come up with a hands-on project farmer to uniform. खेत से हमारी यूनिफॉर्म कैसे बनती है, इसका हम एक प्रोजेक्ट करें. And children were so excited. और मैंने बच्चों को बोला, मैंने कहा बेटा हम ये कॉटन को स्कूल में भी have a patch of land close by, हम उसको acquire करेंगे और वहाँ पे कॉटन की खेती करेंगे. Children were very excited. And अभी हमने प्लान ही बनाया था कि लॉकडाउन हो गया 2020 and everything was shut. We had loads of manure, we had the cotton seeds, we had everything, and we said, what do we do now? Problem? Again the solution came from the children. They said, don't worry ma'am, we will plant, every child will plant 5 cotton plants on the rooftop garden and we will grow cotton at home. So at home I used to make videos of how to grow, how to plant, how to have the sapling, how to grow it and then send it to the children. The cotton seeds were sent to them and they had their cotton plants ready on the rooftop garden. They had their vegetables ready on the rooftop garden. 2020 में जब सब बच्चे परेशान थे घर में बैठ के कि कुछ करने को नहीं है, हम बोर हो गए. DSP विद्या स्कूल के बच्चे totally busy थे doing their gardening on the rooftop. And जब किसी के घर में सब्जी पहुंचने की चिंता हो रही थी, हमारे बच्चे खुद सब्जी उगा के अपने पेरेंट्स को दे रहे थे. और they were, and I told them, we're not going to give it, we're going to sell it to your parents and earn some money. And they started earning while learning and they sold that vegetables to the parents. Not only did they have fresh green vegetables, they were ready with their cotton plants, and those cotton plants, the cotton pods were plucked, brought to the school, and once they were brought to the school, Khadi Southern was so kind. They gave us, see, जब हम एक भी प्रॉब्लम आता है तो हम एक स्टेप उसकी तरफ लेते हैं तो भगवान 10 लोगों को हमारे पास भेजते हैं हमें हेल्प करने के लिए. One day, just one person came into my office and said, हम और मैं अपनी जो बॉटल उगाई है उससे आपका दिया चलेगा। कहती माय दादी है tears in her eyes। और बच्चों ने अपनी उगाई हुई कॉटन से अपने घरों के मंदिरों में वो दिए जगाए। Not only that, there was this child, a very shy child, who says, "Madam, I also want to share my experience." I said, "Please." Says, "I was very shy to tell everybody that I'm a farmer's son. Today I feel so proud that I'm a farmer's son because I never knew that farmers had such a beautiful role and that our uniform also came from the farms." Just small little steps of problem solving, conflict, जिसको हम धीरे धीरे पेरेंट्स को हमने अपने साथ जोड़ना शुरू किया, पेरेंट्स को हमने इन्वॉल्व किया, पेरेंट्स को हमने अपने स्कूल के अंदर क्लासरूम्स में बिठा के दिखाया कि क्वालिटी एजुकेशन कैसे दी जा रही है। कॉन्फ्लिक्ट का तो सीधी रहा नहीं। Parents were so excited, parents were so happy. अब जो पेरेंट्स काले झंडे दिखाते थे, जो पेरेंट्स स्कूल को अब्यूज करते थे, वही पेरेंट्स हमारे एम्बेसडर्स बन गए। वो कहते हैं एसडी विद्या, द एसडी विद्या, बच्चे को स्कूल में डालना, द एसडी विद्या। आज अगर अम्बाला आप जाए और किसी को भी वहां पूछे कि कौन से स्कूल में एडमिशन लेना है, तो वही पेरेंट, would you believe, वही पेरेंट, I don't say the name of the child, but I will share with you कि जब सबसे पहले जो एक केस हुआ स्कूल के ऊपर, एक पेरेंट went to the high court and उस बच्चे का, the child was in toddlers at that point of time, वो I think she was in first or second, the parent went to the court and so that verdict, of course the verdict came in the favor of the school, but वो एक benchmark बन गया। किसी भी स्कूल को प्रॉब्लम होती थी, we used to send that judgment to the school, तो वो बच्चे के नाम पे फेमस हो गया कि अच्छा वो बच्चे के केस में जिसमें एसडी विद्या स्कूल के हक में फैसला आया था। Cut to last, when grade 10 had passed out, the same child, the child did not leave the school. After beautiful changes kept happening, the child came back to our school, the same child, and the child had reached 10th, and now we have to readmit the child in grade 11. तो बच्चा वहाँ आया जब grade 11 के लिए, तो the child sat in front of me and she said, "Madam, I want to take admission in grade 11 also." I said, "My dear child," and the father was not there, only the mother was there. I said, "I have been waiting for this day all these years." Madam, मैंने उनको बोला, "आप वापस मेरे को कभी मिलने नहीं आई उस धरने के बाद?" And she said, "Madam, हमको शर्म आता था. The school had started doing so well, तो हमने, how could we face you?" And I said, "I was just waiting for this day कि 11वीं के एडमिशन से पहले तो आप मेरे पास जरूर आओगे, चाहे बीच में ना आओ." And I said, "आपके बच्चे का नाम तो मैं भूल ही नहीं सकती, because आपके बच्चे के नाम से तो सब केस हुए थे." So, what the child said, "Madam, क्या आपको मेरा नाम उस केस की वजह से याद है कि आपको मेरा नाम इस वजह से याद है कि इस बच्चे ने कितने इंटरनेशनल अवार्ड जीते स्कूल के लिए, कितने कॉम्पिटिशन्स में पार्टिसिपेट किया, स्कूल को रिप्रेजेंट किया?" ऐसे बेटे बस यही सुनना था मेरे को, और यही सुनाना था आपके मामा को, that had you picked out your child at that point of time and had a conflict not been resolved at that point of time, a budding child who had bloomed like a flower after so many years would have gone a waste. So it's है, इसको मान के चलिए। जब बिच्छू बूटी लड़ जाती है ना फॉरेस्ट में, तो परेशान होने की जरूरत नहीं होती, क्योंकि जहां भगवान बिच्छू बूटी भेजता है वहां उसका सोल्यूशन पालक भी भेजता है, पालक को मलो तो वो ठीक हो जाती है। तो भगवान ने सिस्टम ही ऐसा बनाया है that for every problem there is a solution, but the only thing that you have to do is come out with a positive mindset. That's the only thing that you have to do. You will take one step ahead with a positive mind. You are going to get beautiful results. And I don't know how much more time is there for me. Yeah, okay. So I'll just show you how that journey, you know, right from making fiber, then we came up with looms in the school. हमने खड्डियां लगाई स्कूल में और अब हमारे बच्चे छोटी-छोटी यूनिफॉर्म्स खुद बना रहे हैं. We have a textile, designing textile subject. We have agriculture as a subject in the school, the skill-based subjects, and that small little problem has brought in so much of change and skill development in our school that we have been able to do farm to folk, farm to uniform, and it did not end there. Problem again, a huge problem was in front of us. National highway बन रहा था, they were widening the road और उन्होंने हमारे इतने से प्यार से लगाए हुए सारे पेड़ काट दिए, and we couldn't do anything about it. And they came inside the school because the road was being widened. We couldn't say anything. And what happened? We were absolutely, the management was very upset. My students were very upset. I was upset too, but the positive mind, my head said, oh, let's take it as an opportunity. And my teacher said, ma'am, इसमें आपको कौन सी opportunity नजर आ रही है? I said, बिल्कुल आ रही है. हम एक ऐसा unique feature बनाएंगे, हम अपनी दीवार पे पौधे लगाएंगे, vertical garden बनाएंगे. And I said, madam, ये नहीं possible होगा. This is a huge task. CBSE guidelines say accordingly, you have to have the boundary wall minimum 6 feet, extendable to 10 feet. कहाँ पौधे लगेंगे? I said, don't worry, we will have planters on top of the boundary wall. Boundary wall तो उन्होंने गिरा ही दिया था हमारा पेड़ काट के. हमें boundary wall तो नया बनाना ही था. So I said, okay, let's bring in innovation. We brought the students together. At that point of time, my daughter was also working with us, and she said, let's come up with planters on the boundary wall. So children designed a prototype in the stream lab. उन्होंने एक उसका model बनाया. If you can show the model, if you can see the model. Oh yeah. So this model was made of the boundary wall. This is when the boundary wall is visible from the roadside. This is the government fence. We came up with idea of planters on top, and हमने planters बना दिए, उसके अंदर पौधे भी लगा दिए. फिर एक प्रॉब्लम आई, बारिश आई और सारे पौधे पानी से भर गए. इतनी बारिश And lo and behold, technology reached our boundary wall. Innovation reached our boundary wall. And today, our boundary wall looks like, let's see the, yeah. This is the boundary wall. There are plants on top. This is from inside when you see the boundary wall. And this is from outside. There is grass outside, there are plants, and there are planters on top. And today, our school's boundary wall has become a selfie point for everyone. शाम को लोग वहाँ selfie खिंचाने के लिए आते हैं. So next time you visit Ambala, please come for a selfie here. Thank you so much. And I'll just wind up. I'm sure you're going to give me the signal. Going up with the problems, हमारे flood आया, सबके यहाँ आया, right? इतना पानी हो गया, and then we thought of कि हम अपने पानी का क्या करें? We had lot of water recharging bowls and water harvesting system in place. हम वो system लेके आए, and उससे क्या हुआ कि हमारा campus जैसी बारिश पड़ती है, within 4 hours it is clear of all the water. There is no, not even a drop of water, no mosquito breeding, absolutely clear. And there is, this is the water recharging pit. यहाँ से पानी अंदर चला जाता है धरती में और पानी we don't lose the water also. So it is saving of water and yet the campus is clear. Likewise, this is how it looks from inside. And likewise, we did water harvesting. We made a huge tank. सारी छतों का पानी उस टैंक के अंदर आता है. This is the huge 10 feet by 10 feet का एक टैंक है and height also 10 feet. And इसमें सारा छतों का पानी हम स्टोर करते हैं. सारे पौधों को पानी हम यहाँ से देते हैं. तो इतनी बड़ी जो प्रॉब्लम थी उसका हमने सोल्यूशन ढूंढा और ग्रीन सोल्यूशन लेके आए. और ये करते करते हमें पता भी नहीं चला कि हमें इंटरनेशनल ग्रीन अवार्ड मिल गया. The first school of India, along with the one school, we got the Green School Award, and we were internationally applauded for it. Vicky gave us our first prize for improving life on land. So, my dear, छोटे-छोटे steps लेते हुए आप बहुत बड़ी उड़ान भर सकते हैं. These are the prizes that we got in Delhi, in USA, as well as the organization FICCI. They accredited us. We got the cleanest school of the Ambala district. We got that award, and we competed. We represented the state of Haryana for the national award also. Small little steps where they can take you only by a positive attitude. जब problem आता है, enjoy कीजिए क्योंकि success आ रही है, वो उसकी दस्तक दे रही है. बस आपने दरवाजा खोलना है. Let the problem in. Don't shut it away and don't shy away from it. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Your commitment to fostering an inclusive environment is a valuable lesson for us. Now, I would like to invite Dr. S.K. Garg and Dr. Vivek Sharma to felicitate ma'am. Also to add on, we also at JMIT focus on environmental conservation practices like solar power plant, rainwater harvesters, vertical garden, herbal garden, and biogas plants. Also a dedicated club of students who work and promote environment conservation.
educators with us today, each bringing a wealth of experience and innovative practices from their schools. Our next session will focus on sharing best practices that have proven successful in enhancing educational outcomes and fostering a positive learning environment. To initialize this exciting segment, may I first invite Ms. Meenakshi Singh from BR International Public School, Kurukshetra to the stage to share their insights and experience. Please, ma'am.
A very good afternoon to all. A very good afternoon to all present here. I am Dr. Meenakshi, the Vice Principal of one of the leading schools of Kurukshetra, BR International Public School, established in 2003 with the aim to provide holistic education to the students. I would like to thank Dr. Sanjeev Garg, sir, for giving us the opportunity to speak about some of the techniques and processes of our school. As educators, we are constantly seeking ways to improve the teaching process and provide students with best learning experiences. As we navigate the ever-changing landscape of the 21st century, it becomes increasingly clear that our traditional methods of teaching and learning must evolve to meet the needs of our students and society. Innovation in education isn't just about integrating new technology into the classroom. It's about rethinking how we teach, how students learn, and how we can better prepare them for the future. It's about fostering creativity, encouraging critical thinking, and cultivating a lifelong love of learning. I'm delighted to share with you the innovative techniques that we have introduced in our school under the guidance of our principal, Mrs. Pooja Kamboj, to enhance the learning process of our students. Our goal is to provide a holistic education that prepares our students for success in the future in 21st century. So they'll be studying about scientific concepts under science, they'll be exploring literature related to nature, social and economic aspect of that environment under SST. So this is how we integrate all the subjects for teaching a particular concept to our students. Another one is technology enhanced learning. First, we have embraced technology in our classrooms. From interactive whiteboards, smart TVs, and online resources, we are providing our students with the tools they need to engage in dynamic and personalized learning experiences. We teach the students first through the PowerPoints, then we share a video with the students with a particular topic, and they can have those videos at their home also if they have missed the class somehow. So they can use that videos to learn about the concept that has been taught in the class that particular day. Another one is project-based learning. We have implemented project-based learning and a problem-based learning, which encourages students to work on a real-world problem, developing critical thinking, collaboration, and problem-solving skills. We give them a real-life problem, which they share. We give them a real-life problem, and they deal with that problem in the groups. They try to find out the problem of the problem, and they critically analyze that problem, creatively come out with the different ideas to solve that problem. This develops the collaboration among the peers. They communicate with each other, they critically think, and they creatively find out the solutions for that particular real-life problem. And one of the most important is social emotional learning. We have integrated social emotional learning into our curriculum. We believe that academic success is closely linked to emotional well-being of the students. By teaching our students to manage their emotions, build healthy relationships, and make responsible decisions, we are engaging them with the skills they need to navigate the complexities of life. These innovations have enhanced students' engagement, improved their academic performances, promotes critical thinking and fosters creativity. Apart from these, we have other techniques like experiential learning, hands-on activities, and learning by doing to teach them different concepts so they can have a better understanding of the different concepts by doing the things themselves. Innovation in education is not a one-time effort. It is an ongoing journey. As a school, we are committed to continuously explore new ideas and approaches to ensure that our students receive the best possible education. We are proud of the progress we have made, but we know that there is always need to learn and more to do. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Your experience provides us with practical solutions that we can adapt to our own environments.
Now please join me in welcoming Miss Anita Chaudhary, Product Manager, Burlington English, as she gives an address on cultivating flexibility and adaptability in education and leadership.
Good afternoon, everyone. So before I start, can I have the energy level of the audience please here? How are you feeling right now? Yes, can I have good words because we are all from the teaching background. First of all, I would like to thank all of you to come here and actually spend some of the moments with us out of your busy routines and share some of your inputs and definitely gaining some of the knowledgeable part that we will be sharing with you. So some words I expect. How are we feeling today? Yes, quick. We are all seasoned educators. So I expect some good level of words. We are feeling energetic. Yes, what else after that? Motivated. Inspired, enthusiastic. Yes, no words coming from this side, from the left side please. Any words? How are you feeling right now? After having the entire input of the knowledge part? Curious. I'll take ahead this word because we are actually curious to take something more. Okay, enlightened. So, first of all, I would like to thank Meenakshi ma'am because she has already given a good base of what actually I'm going to discuss right now in front of you. Whatever I share, not only it's theoretical because all of the entire learning I have gained from the entire teaching and the training experience of mine for so many years. I'll be sharing that with you. Okay. So the topic I have for you today is life skills. Before I move on ahead, very simple word in front of you. All of us are already aware of that. Can anybody tell me exactly what is the meaning of this term that is there in front of you that you can look on the screen? What are life skills? Art of living? Yes, please. What are life skills? Can I disintegrate this into two different parts? We are talking about life, we are talking about skills here. So what exactly am I discussing? Yes, please. What are life skills? Any idea what we are actually going to learn today? Okay, skills that are helpful in better living. What else, please? What are the skills that we feel we will be learning today in the form of the life skills? Yes, please. I need responses. Again, I said we are all seasoned educators. We always have the habit of taking classes. Our students give us responses. So let's see that we are learning ourselves. How proactive we are. Okay, now if I divide this simple two words, I'll say a combination, a combo that is the most essential part of a life. I'll just take it in the form of life separately and skills separately. When I say we talk about our lives, basically what are the two parameters we always focus? Value based. Talk about the basic thing when I'm talking about in the context of the life of a person. Can I have it in the two parameters? I'd say it is personally and professionally. Am I right? Can I take it as a base of the life in the two different forms? Like whatever you do is completely oriented into these two areas. One is we talk about personally, second is we talk about professionally. Then I'll move to the other part, that is the skills part, which we are going to have it today because we are exactly going to learn what are the skills which are needed today and why we are learning this. Are we really lacking something in that, or we already have the knowledge of that, still we need to refine? So two aspects I'll discuss in the entire course of my discussion here. We are going to talk about two aspects: personal life, professional life. And we are going to link all the skills that we are talking in the form of the life skills. First, let's see what is the definition WHO gives you. What does WHO say about the life skills? Why it is important? Because it is talking about, can you see something on the screen? What are the words that really help you to understand how WHO has defined this parameter? They say these are the abilities for adaptive and positive behavior. So now I'm coming to the part behavior. Okay, let's see another definition. The other definition says life skills, again the word behavior is coming there. Behavior change or behavior development approach designed to address balance of these three areas. So I cannot actually remove this word behavior from this. Let's see why and let's see the answer to this question. So when I say life skills is focusing on three different areas which is linked to our personal and professional success. What are three areas that we are going to talk about after this slide? Can you guess what are the three areas? When I say it is going to affect your personal life, it is going to affect your professional life, it is going to affect your behavior, success. Okay, social development. Can you give me core three areas where we talk about life skills? Core three areas. I'll give you one hint. We have our body which focus on this. One is the head, heart, hands. So that is one hint I have given you. So let's see, broadly we will understand what we are talking about. We have knowledge, we have skills, we have attitude. Now when I am talking about this head part, I am talking about my knowledge, and after that I talk about my wisdom part. And in the general understanding, when I talk about my students, I say it is an IQ level. I hope I am right? IQ is coming in the picture. Now talking about the second part, I said was IQ and EQ go side by side. Attitude means what? Behavior, outlook, perspective. Okay. Yes, please give me some more words for the definition of this. What is attitude? You must have heard this sentence multiple times. I have a problem with this, with the attitude of this person. So what is wrong? Yes, behavior of the person is a problematic area, perspective is incorrect, or some problem is there. Okay. Reactions, yes. Now I'll come to the other aspect when we talk about the professional criteria. This is where we are lacking today. We are perfect in our IQ levels. Now I'll take this to the professional front. Then I'll move on to the personal lives. Now I'll ask you a very common question. I think most of you have the answers with you. Your college has different companies coming. They look out for different people like students, for placements, for internships. Or before that, after passing 12th, when a student goes for a different entrance examination, talking about, it can be any entrance examination going to the IM levels, CAT, SNAP, or talking about a recruitment company. Why it never happens, the companies take the students only on their academic scores. ऐसा क्यों होता है? Now if I talk about the academic scores, like there's a wide difference from, like if I talk about comparative study, if I do. In our times, I remember when we had a kind of rote methodology used, that's the reason now NEP has come into picture. Like we used to have the toppers in the form of the distinctions in the subject. If you can recall, in the board examinations, any person who used to have distinctions, like they had a wow effect, the person used to be a topper in the school. And what was the criteria of the distinction? Can you give me the percentage if you remember? 75. Imagine today if I talk about 75 percentile, can you survive? Now you have 100 percentile in CAT scores. I have trained so many students. They have 100 percentile, they are cracking the IIMs, but still they have not cleared the path of success. Why? Because there is a second stage process which is going to begin. So that is my question again I'm asking. Why it happens that nobody takes you on the basis of your academic score? Yes, please. You have your insights. Can I have just some suggestions, some explanations on that? Why it happens the companies come in your campus and they do not go to the directors and the list of the placement or like cells and they say, give us the list of the students who are the toppers in the university. We will hire them. ऐसा होता है? What they say, what they do is, they go for the second stage process. It can be a group discussion, it can be an interview, it can be a case study, it can be a psychometric test. Why? My question is again, why?
Because knowledge and implementation of knowledge are different.
Yes.
How we apply is much greater than what.
That's absolutely right. I agree with ma'am. The application of knowledge is something they want to see. That's the reason they say this is the part that's coming into picture. The last two words, the attitude and the skills part. They want to see you already have some talent, but do you have the skills also? Now, these are two very simple words again. Talent and skill. Any difference between these two words? Very simple words. Talent and skill. Do we agree? Could be natural. We already have the ability. What about the skills? They need to be developed. Okay, let's take an example. Talking about your talent, you have a very good voice. Some people have a very good voice. They can sing. You say singing is one of my passions because I have a lovely voice. That is my talent. But how to use it ahead, skillfully developing using all the different parts. It can be education, it can be other kind of activities for the holistic development of that. When I'm using it further into the personal and the professional lives, it becomes a skill. So that is a basic difference. Remember, talent you already have, skill you have to develop, and this is the area where our students lack today. So this is the triangle of success. A very small definition I've tried to give. What exactly is the meaning of success? Let's see the words. Now when I say attitude, I talk about in the right part. Attitude has self-motivation, self-confidence, integrity, honesty, optimism. We are already aware of all these words. Moving on to the skills part, we say goal setting, time management. So when I was sitting here, I was just looking through, going through these beautiful words here. Same words, like you say, emotional intelligence, communication, time management, exactly what we are discussing here right now. When I talk about knowledge, okay, I can talk about multiple things. I can talk about science, I can talk about mathematics, I can talk about English, any other thing. Okay, so let's see, after the triangle of success, what exactly are we discussing? So the entire skill development goes here. When I talk about, I'll give you after that what are the core life skills which we should know as an educator, because we have to not only learn about these things in our personal lives, but we have to train our students to be proficient in these areas so that because they are the future of our nations. Okay. Talking about head, it is knowledge and wisdom, IQ, heart, emotions. Am I right? You always say you think before you do something, but when you are emotionally involved, your heart actually tells you कि सही है या गलत है. Okay, normally brain is also linked, but brain always thinks about from the knowledge point of view. Okay, hands, what does it show? Skills. Till the time you use your hands, you are not able to develop your skills. That's why we say you have to come out of your comfort zone. Okay. So this is actually the professional parameter. Do we know, we talk about IQ level, we talk about 100% scores, but this is the real scenario in the world of recruitment. They say knowledge plays 15%, attitude plays 85%. Why? This university says, Harvard University says, when you're talking about success, knowledge only plays 15% role. You will say, ma'am, I don't agree with you. All along our life, we have trained our students saying, gain knowledge, you have to have a good IQ, but you are totally different here. You are giving us a different concept. Now I'll take you towards the professional scenario where we're talking about the national course. What does a small word attitude mean? When we have said, I do not like your attitude, I do not like your behavior. See, I've seen so many companies moving into the recruitment part. When finally they hire a person, they hire on the scores of their experiences, knowledge, but when they falter here somewhere, they say, oh, we did a mistake. I'll just share a small instance with you. There was a recruitment happening and there was a senior profile to be filled. The recruitment panel was there. The candidate walked inside. He had the kind of experience nobody had among the entire lot of the candidates. Okay, he went inside, he sat in front of the interviewers, the recruitment panel was very much impressed. They say, yes, he is the right person we want to take for a leadership position that we are trying to hire in our company. Okay, everything is done. They are asking about Okay, what is your expectation? When are you going to join us? Okay, this is the normal recruitment process which goes on. Okay, everything went well, but what happens when the entire interview is over? The person moves out, and suddenly what happens? The person, you can talk about in the normal language, a peon or something, a helper comes in front of the door suddenly, having a tray of glasses. Suddenly, the moment he opens the door, like there's a bang voice coming, and you can imagine what would have happened after that. What was the reaction of the person who was so seasoned and just like selected for that leadership position? He just said, "Abhi dikhta nahi hai kya? Andha hai kya?" Okay, so this entire scene happened. He goes off. Now inside the recruitment panel, they saw this. The HR person says, "Sorry sir, we cannot hire this person. I'm so sorry, I will not take any chances to hire this person." Why? Why this decision suddenly changed? Can you give me the reason? Because of the behavior. Because the people in the panel said, we are going to actually hire him for a leadership position and he has to work in a team. You cannot work single-handedly. What in future is, if any of his subordinates is showing some kind of this kind of behavior, you have to deal with them. You have to deal with all the SWOT, doing the SWOT analysis, brainstorming. Now I come to the word SWOT analysis. Every team member of yours is a mix of strengths and weaknesses. You have to go along. The word SWOT analysis, most of us are very, like we already are aware. SWOT, we have strengths, we have weakness, these are the internal factors. We have opportunities and threats are the external factors. So this is the real beauty of the word attitude. Okay, now I'll actually want some of your experiences shared here. I'll give you some activities here one by one. I only want your honest responses in the situations that I'm going to show in front of you right now. Let's see how much aware we are about ourselves. You have to read the situations and quickly you have to give me the honest responses. If you are facing this, what will be your reaction? Honest responses. No parking space available. Imagine you want to park your car. You are in a hurry. No parking spaces available. Give me an honest response. How do you respond? Okay. One thing is on the positive part, you go and search for some other area. Second, what is the natural reaction? Give me the natural reaction, please. You will wait for somebody to take the car from that particular area. Yes, please, from this side. Can I have some natural responses which I don't want to say right now? Okay. Do we really do it? If not, please start doing this. This is on the positive scenario I'm talking about. Okay. The second scene. These are from your daily life. The situations coming. Check your behaviors. How aware you are about your own self. Yes. A slow line at the shopping store. आपको बिल करवाना है, फटाफट बैठ जाना है. You don't have time. This is the first thing you do. जल्दी जल्दी करिए. मेरे पास टाइम नहीं है. I have so much of work at home also. I have to go and attend this meeting. Multiple excuses coming. You will not wait for your turn, but you will start making excuses. I am right? Okay. Third part. Steve started to do it okay? You already know your natural responses, and this is about your self-awareness. Fourth part. Now this already I have explained, so please, as skill-based learning, absolutely right. Anyone please from the audience, what are 21st century skills? Because this is something taken out of that. Experiential learning, what else? Inclusion. Okay. I'll give you shortcuts to remember those things also, because I know like we do not remember that. 21st century skills come under 3 headings. What are those? I'm giving you the hint. Life skills, learning skills, literacy skills. What are learning skills? 4 C's. Collaboration, critical thinking, communication, creativity. Okay, so that's what exactly we're going to learn after this now. When we talk about literacy, okay, again the shortcut form of IMT, information media technology. So that's one way to remember that, because our brain has that caliber to remember. IMT, information media technology. Last one is what we are doing it today, life skills. What are the different life skills? FLIPS, FLIPS. Flexibility, leadership, I is for initiative, P is for, okay, S is for social skills. Very good. So that's what exactly I have taken it here. So we have the kind of life skills, we have another 3 categories. We have thinking skills, we can actually link it to the communication, creativity, critical thinking, emotional skills come into the picture, and the social skills. So let's see quickly what are the different life skills we are talking about here. So this is exactly, we have to see in the context of ourselves, and we have to teach our first. We have to prepare them for tomorrow. Social skills, communication, interpersonal, empathy, self-awareness, thinking skills, problem solving, decision, critical thinking. What is critical thinking? Thinking in a critical manner? Is it? Am I right? Thinking in a critical manner is critical thinking. So exactly is critical thinking. You already have been using it every day in the classes. Do you know that? When you go to the market, every one of us is using this critical thinking part. Choosing something. Coming to a conclusion. Deciding on the rational basis whether this is correct or incorrect. Like let's say for example, you go to the market to buy a Tetra pack of juice. This is one example of critical thinking. How do you choose between different brands? You have so many parameters about your health, about your sugar level, about the dietary supplements. This is exactly the picture of critical thinking. When you think and you decide. Okay. Now I'll take very interesting part. Okay, coping with stress and emotion. And again, move on to that. I'll show you one beautiful video also after this. So these are all the life skills. Some we are already aware of. Maybe we are lacking in some areas. So my point is point number 8, which I was talking about the attitude. What is empathy? What is EQ?
Putting ourselves in somebody else's shoes.
Okay, very good. Putting ourselves into somebody else's shoe. Have you ever done it? Have you ever actually realized? Okay, so quickly, I'll give you an activity. So, if you have some papers in your hand, like you can take out, I'll give you one activity. Just right now, you will see whether you have empathy or not. Right now, in 5 minutes. We just discussed about 3 parts: head, heart, and hands. Okay, what you have to do is, please take out a page from your diary or a paper. You can have your pen or pencil. Now, what you have to do is, number 1, draw a head or a brain. It can be a rough calligraphy. Draw the picture of a brain. Draw the picture of a heart. Draw the picture of 2 hands. This is first job you have to do. Draw the picture of brain or head. Second, draw the picture of a heart. Third, draw the picture of hands. Okay. Now what you have to do is, first part, in the head. Now think of what a person might think when he is in a crisis. Put the word. Put might feel when he is in crisis? Any person, when the person is in crisis, how does it feel from the heart? Put the word. I know the words. Without even looking at your papers, I can guess the word. Because everyone is on the same page. Okay, we are all human beings. Third part. If the person is in crisis, what would he want to do? What would he want to actually look out for? You have to fill it in the picture of the hands. Okay? Now, inside you have put the words. Outside the picture, the next activity. In the head, now you think what you will decide to help this person in crisis. How will you decide? I hope the next activity is clear. Outside the head, now you are going to write down about something. How you will approach, what will you exactly do using your brain to help this person in crisis. Second part, in the heart, please write down how will you feel if you actually come across a person who is in crisis. Third part, what would you want to do to approach or help a person who is in crisis? I think you have got the answers of empathy. Yes or no? अभी तक हमने सोचा नहीं था कैसे help करेंगे. Now we are using all three parts of our body. So what answers can I, without looking at that, I can give you answers. Hands कैसे होते हैं helping के लिए? Help monetary भी होती है, non-monetary भी होती है. Okay. Feelings. How do you help the person? If a person is feeling very low, helpless, how will you make him motivated? A pat at the back is sufficient. You say, I am with you. That's it. Motivation. You have to boost the morale of the person at least because he is already feeling very low and helpless. And how do you use your head is your own creative methods. Okay? So this is what exactly we are talking about, the empathy part. So this is the meaning. When we talk about self-awareness, we talk about attitudes, we talk about opinions, we talk about feelings, emotions. There are so many things. We have just discussed everything. Strengths, weaknesses, and the self-assessment. Okay. So I'll just move on because this is one of my favorite areas where we have seen practically people faltering. Empathy is given a very beautiful definition. This is the exact definition. Seeing with the eyes of another, listening with the ears of another, feeling with the heart of another. Okay. Now I'll show you a very beautiful video which has the combination of everything that we just discussed right now about life skills. Some problem with the video. This video was actually a beautiful compilation of all the feelings that we were talking about here. Okay, so what exactly was in this video was a picture we have already seen. Do you remember? Munna Bhai and Yes? That was a combination of this when we talked about what was the word so popular from the movie Jadoo Ki Jappi So exactly that is a miraculous way. When you start feeling the problems of others, you start helping them in a similar manner. Slide show. Next slide. Okay, so now when we are talking about the critical thinking skill, I think there is a lot of confusion between these two areas. Normally, when I try to give the word to everybody in the audience, they say critical thinking and exactly is it like creative thinking? Is there any difference between these two words that you see on the screen? And give you one example before only. When you're deciding, when you're evaluating on the basis of your reasoning, then exactly we're talking about critical thinking. What's creative thinking? I'll give you a hint on that. Have you seen the movies? Okay, Harry Potter. Something that comes in my mind. Harry Potter. How many of you have watched this movie? The series of movies. After that, we all love this concept. Is it real? It is a fantasy, something unreal, but somebody thought of that in a creative manner. Like कहते हैं Thomas Alva Edison बत्ती जलती है दिमाग के then only we say that it's a creative thinking part. Yes. Somebody thought of doing or creating something in a different manner, like J.K. Rowling. She created those characters. Jurassic Park we love, though no, we already know it is not real. But why we love to watch these movies like Superman, Spider-Man, we already know these are creatures, imaginary things. But these are creative things, we love to see and watch them. Critically thinking now, what we decided is, let's take an example, you go and watch the Jurassic Park movie, we just love and enjoy, but we know it is not real. So our brain tells us, ये करना है, ये नहीं करना है. This is what exactly when we talk about the critical thinking part. Okay, decision making depends on the wide areas. How do we decide whether this is right or wrong? We should go ahead, yes or no. What is the decision making ability? On what parameters to decide? Yes, some things are already given there. How do you decide? Based on what? Okay, analyzing. Some are external factors on which to decide. Okay, somebody like SAP example, I'll just give you one very basic example of that, decision making skills. Do you know examples in the family, the children decide which health drink to drink. You can't judge and you can't give them the different categories of names. How many of us have children in the families? Young children I'm talking about. Kids. Have you ever seen you telling them this is good for you, Bonvita अच्छा है, Complan अच्छा है, they agree, yes, Mama I'll have it, or on the contrary, they tell you कि ये जाके खरीदिए market में. Which is a scenario. They tell you why? Because they have been influenced by the external factors. They watch the advertisements, they see so many things. Social media में आजकल बहुत सारी चीजें हैं. They say it is good for my health, Mama, because it's a very height body. This is one example of decision making when you have that factors, when you are choosing. Then when I talk about this higher degree version, the maturity part comes there, I decide whether to go for this path or not. Then when I'm matured, I get older, I talk about my intuitions, I talk about my experiences, then I talk about my decisions कि हाँ, like that's why we say ना कि हमारे बाल धूप में सफेद नहीं हुए हैं because we have good decision making ability. Okay. So this we were talking about problem solving. When we talk about a problem, we talk about thinking part, we talk about the solution part. This is what exactly the decision making process involves. Okay. I'll move on to the next part. The last part of this slide. Effective communication. Very simple question. Already know the answers. What are the different kinds of communication we have? We have verbal, non-verbal, and what else? Okay, formal, informal. What else?
Interpersonal, intrapersonal.
somebody. Like, it's focus a gesture मैं share कर रही हूँ. When I stare at something, you start feeling uncomfortable because of the body language something बोला थोड़ी है. आप उसे stare कर रहा है. But with the eye contact, you can make some problem is there coming out here. Okay? Then we talk about the body postures. Body postures में बहुत सारी चीजें हैं. आपका eye contact, आपके hand movements, आपके we say when you're sitting. Why formally we say ladies always sit with the legs crossed? Formal way of sitting. अब GDs में बच्चे आगे जाते हैं यहीं पे पॉइंटर होते हैं. तो sitting postures भी पता होते हैं. This is the right posture. How to stand, how to present something. Then we talk about facial expressions. Facial expressions speak a lot. आप बैठे हैं, आप जिस तरह से मुंह बनाते हैं, easily can the other person can guess कि ये interest आ रहा है इसमें या बोर हो रहा है. It's a normal way of showing the expressions. Eye contact posture. Now something very different I'll share with you. 3 very favorite words when we are using the word speaking skills, communication. Do we know these 3 things are very important when we are speaking? First is the tone. You must have heard about some people saying मुझे आपकी tone पसंद नहीं है. What's the problem? Tone में क्या गड़बड़ है? What is the problem? आप कहते हैं accent, normally you use it. मुझे इस person की tone पसंद नहीं है, मुझे इस बात पसंद नहीं है. So what's the problem with the tone? उसने ऐसा क्या बोल दिया? The way he is using his spoken skills, like in a multiple ways. I'll just give you one example. You say, इधर आओ. क्या कर रहे हो? There are so many ways. You say, normal way. What are you doing? Say, what are you doing? So this is a wrong tone. You should not sound aggressive. From all my statements, I have given you 2 of the statements were full of aggression. ऐसे लगा कि बंदा मुझसे लड़के आया है. Okay, so tone is the most important. Try to be in a formal tone. We have to be polite, be safe. Try to be assertive, not aggressive. Intonation. I'll come to the pitch part, then I'll come to the intonation part. Pitch is increasing your volume, high, low. Let's take an example. You're sitting in a small room and you are raising your voice to the maximum level. बंदा क्या बोलता है? चिल्लाओ नहीं, आराम से बात करो. Problem is pitch. On the contrary, you are speaking to an audience in the hall where we have around 200-300 people and you are not able to raise your voice. Okay, this is what I am saying. The person will say, please raise your voice. So your pitch has to be in accordance with the entire external peripheral and the environment. You have to be in the practice mode for that. Now the last part, intonation. What is intonation? Your voice modulation. Yes, that is right. Your voice modulation. Do you really think voice modulation plays a very important role when you are speaking? Very important, both in the positive and the negative scenarios. Like I'll give you one sentence. I say, communication is a series of experiences. मजा नहीं आया सुनने में ना? On the contrary, I say, communication is a series of experience. You have different experiences. This is the positive scenario. Negative, किसी ने आपके ऊपर चोरी का इल्जाम लगा दिया. There are ways of refuting, saying no, I have not done it. A person says you have made a theft, like a kind of blame is put on you. आपने मेरे पैसे चोरी किए हैं. There is a way of answering using this intonation part. I'll give you 2 answers. The person says, नहीं sir, मैंने चोरी नहीं की. Second person, no. How can you blame me for this? मैंने चोरी नहीं की है. I have not done this. This is the most convincing and confident answer. This is where the intonation plays a very important role. Okay, so I think we are running out of time, so I will not take much time of yours. Okay, thank you all for your valuable time.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for the enlightening session. Next, we have the pleasure of hearing from Ms. Paromita Naran, representative, DPS Yamunanagar, for sharing the best practices.
Good afternoon to the distinguished gathering here. I am representing Delhi Public School, Yamunanagar, and I have been assigned the task to talk about some of the best practices of my school, which we have developed under the able guidance of our esteemed principal, Madam Manisha Singh. So quickly, I'll just touch upon the points here. In order to keep pace with the ever-growing need, the school has come up with certain new practices which will develop and enhancing the performance of our students. And to start with, we have started with a 2-level scrutiny of notebooks, which we are practically doing every month and keeping a record of it and following it up also. Then we are taking care of the non-performers. After school, we are regularly having remedial classes. Regular follow-ups of the students are being monitored so that we see how much improvement has taken place. Various school clubs are running, and one initiative here is outsourcing knowledge. That is, we are inviting our parents to take up session and impart their valuable experiences by conducting sessions with the children. The pre-primary school is absolutely based on learning, and through this small learning that are taking place every day, the toddlers are learning small things like mantras at the initial stage and also calculation. Then we have an in-house academy, which we have named it as Spark Academy, and we have hired some IITians here, and some of the very motivated students of our school who want to take up NEET exam or JEE exam, they are learning in-house. After school, they don't go home directly. They are spending some time in the school, giving time for this extra thing right from class 9 or 8 even. Counseling sessions are taking place regularly. The counselor is having a detailed review with the teachers, and the issues could be the behavioral changes or emotional problems or learning difficulties, and then the counselor is guiding them, giving them remedial measures and helping them out to continue their regular lives in the school. Also, the school has special educators addressing to the special needs of the slow learners. And it is not only about enhancing the students, the school is also conducting regular workshops, and we teachers are also attending various workshops to upgrade ourselves. Then we have probably for every sport we have one coach, so that the coach is diligently giving his able knowledge to one sport and developing that skill to our students. Another special thing that our school has come up is like having football nurseries or swimming nurseries, and these are the initiative of the government of India. Particularly, the state government is also helping us, where our coach is having around about 25 students, not more than that, and they are truly practicing so that we can get some prodigy here. In this scenario of advancement, there is always room for improvement, and DPS Yamunanagar is continuously striving towards it. So with this, I conclude my speech here. Thank you all for hearing me. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Your approach is truly inspiring and offer great ideas for enhancing our own practices. Next, we look forward to the presence of Dr. Jaya Head PD Department, who will be sharing her valuable insights on building a collaborative culture, fostering ownership and initiative. Let's watch a short video that introduces her and provides insight into her impressive background.
good morning everyone. I want the zeal in the morning to come forward again. That's why I said good morning, right? Very pleasant morning to each one of you. Before I begin, please bear with me because I have a terrible sore throat. I might not be that audible. I'll try to make it as crisp as possible because we're running short of time. And I know that each one of you needs to have a lunch right now, okay? So, my topic for today is building a collaborative culture, changing the curriculums according to the requirements of NEP and life skills. I'll stick to my topic and only take up collaboration. However, talking of collaboration in general, there are several ingredients to collaboration itself. To begin with, I will not try all of them, I'll focus actually. Throat isn't bad, you need to bear with it. Okay, so the first ingredient I'm going to take up for collaboration. I'm good to go. The first one happens to be the sense of ownership and effectiveness. What is ownership? What is the sense of belongingness? Just to answer my question, I'll make it bilingual because I want to reach as many as people as possible. So, मैं आपसे एक question पूछना चाह रही हूँ. If a child is born, who takes care of the infant better? Is it the mother or a nurse? Who can take care of the child better? Think of what I've said again and answer. Who is more skilled to take care of a mother, of an infant in general? Is it a mother or a nurse? It's a nurse. Who is more skilled? Right? My question दोबारा reframe कर रही हूँ. Just give it a thought why I'm saying a nurse. एक nurse एक infant के care करने के लिए ज़्यादा skilled है because she's taking care of babies a lot. However, if I come to a question, who is having a sense of belongingness with that kid rather than a nurse? The answer has to be a mother. एक बच्चा रो रहा है, नर्स के लिए एक बच्चा है, बहुत सारे बच्चों में से जो रोएगा, and it's quite normal for her, right? However, a mother, time and again she tell the nurse, why is he crying? उसको कोई help चाहिए होगी? Is he hungry? Does he needs to be made cozy, right? So वो चीजें, वो एक चुभन जो होती है, वो एक माँ के अंदर होती है जब उसका बच्चा रो रहा होता है, एक नर्स को नहीं. However, a nurse is better skilled to take care of a baby, right? So first we need to understand, whenever we are developing collaboration in the teams, we need to understand first thing that there has to be a sense of ownership. How to develop it, that I'm going to talk about it later, right? Second is effectiveness. Now, have you ever heard of these two terms, effectiveness and efficiency? What is the difference? Can somebody help me out? Let me tell you the answers. You have to just tell me which one is effectiveness, which is efficiency. Doing the right things and doing things right. Doing the right things is efficiency, and doing things right is, it's actually the other way around. Effectiveness is doing the right thing right from the beginning. Efficiency says that things are in place. I'm going to try and find out ways through which I can reduce the amount of time taken to perform that activity. So I have to do some tweaking in the process itself to bring efficiencies in the process. However, you must have heard of, again, two terms, finish and complete. Is there a difference? Finishing a task and completing a task are two different things. I have finished my meal. Did I complete it? Maybe not. Maybe yes. Fine. So effectiveness is relative to completion rather than finishing. I hope I'm understood. Right? So हम दो skills के बारे में बात कर रहे हैं through one of the games. Right? That's called card relay. I would request the student teams to please step up and make that format for me, you can have a glass of water. So what are we going to do? We are going to have 6 chairs here. You need to come out, please. I would have asked you to do it, but I have paucity of time, so I want it to be faster so that you experience the whole process, but however, in the process, we are able to speed up with time as well. Please make it faster. Thank you so much. Now what are they going to do here? There will be a set of 6 students sitting over here. I hope शायद आपने Instagram पे ये रील देखी भी होगी. There's a card which is given, right? Playing cards होते हैं. उसमें से एक card हम देने वाले हैं बच्चों को. They're going to hold this card. They're going to hold this card in between the tip of their nose and the upper lip. Fine? And they have to pass it on to each other. Right? Now understand why are we doing so and what is the significance of this game. Can you do it a little faster? Sure. Sense of ownership kahan hai yahan pe? Ownership that if one of them drops the card, the whole play comes to a halt. Right? अब करना क्या है? जब ये कार्ड पास ऑन करेंगे, while in the process of passing it on, if one of them drops the card, the game starts again. So there are 2 things that we are working on in this game. One is the sense of ownership, which each one of them should have while holding this card, passing on a message to the other person that yes, I'm done, I'm good to go, and then it is passed on to the other person who takes the charge of this. Right? And how effectiveness is brought in, they have to do it properly while taking enough time rather than dropping it. Because अगर एक सर्कल complete कर लेते हैं और उसके बाद कार्ड drop हो जाता है, they have to start it all over again. So whatever effort they have done prior to this goes futile. It goes waste. Right? You need to start, please. Look the way they are giving a communication, non-verbal communication to each person. Believe me, they can go on for a whole day. Thank you. Let's stop here. Let's move on to the next game now. You create the setup while I'm talking about the next game. The next in collaboration happens to be creating win-win solutions. We need to understand, we talk about this one, we are talking about conflict, we are talking about problem solving, but it's honestly we need to give behavior potentialities to the students first of all. मैं थोड़ा सा एक बताती हूँ मैंने क्या बोला. हम बात करें बिहेवियर्स की, बट हर स्टूडेंट की लाइफ में ज़रूरी नहीं है कि वो अपॉर्चुनिटीज़ या प्रॉब्लम्स आएंगी जिसमें वो वैसा बिहेव करे जैसा हम चाहते हैं. And until and unless they put that thing into practice, they're not going to know how to do it. So until and unless they have those real life scenarios, इसका मतलब वो कभी वो बिहेवियर सिखा ही नहीं पाएंगे बच्चों को. ऐसा नहीं होना चाहिए. So what we do at JMIT is we create experiences for them. We give them problems. They are simulated problems where they develop behavior potentialities. Now what are behavior potentialities? Given a problem in times to come, they should be able to transport the learning back to the real scenario. So how do we create that situation? I've already given one situation to you. Now can we start? What they are going to do here again is, just take your time. Imagine अगर मैं कहूँ आप में से एक bunch of people should join us, and I take off all the chairs from here, and we have to establish the posture for 5 good minutes. How many of you would like to try? And do you really think it is possible? Yes, it is. Witness it, and then I'm going to talk about it. The moment you're ready, let us know, and then we are going to take off the chairs, right? Believe me, they've done it for 15 minutes. Just be comfortable. The moment you're good to go, let us know. Still the last chair to go. Careful, careful, her feet are still on the chair now. First, in collaboration, going out of your comfort zone. Nothing is impossible. You have to believe that. Believe me, the day one I told these students, कि इनको class में ही करना है, they said, "Ma'am, we are not going to do it. It is not possible." I said, the first thing in adaptability and flexibility is to understand. First, you have to question and create that blockage. It has to be removed. That nothing is possible. Let us give it a try. Right? So what we basically did, I can talk and they can stay in this position, believe me. Thank you so much, dear. Thank you. Get ready for the legs transfers activity. That happens to be the last one. Okay. So the first thing that we need to understand is change. How do we change them? How do we say come out of your comfort zones? You have to create experiences from them where they have to challenge their own mindsets and then they do it, right? Okay, the next thing that we need to learn, again, going back to creating win-win solutions. What does win-win solution means? What is it? What is win-win solution? Anyone? Right. Generally we say in conflict, you will find two parties who are in conflict, right? And the moment we talk about conflict and these two conflicting parties, what we are discussing is the solutions which are developed by both the teams should have a benefit rather than something to their disadvantage. I'm giving you one of the activities. Assume that each one of you are paired with somebody else and you have a single orange. Both of you want to have that orange, right? I'm giving you a simple problem. You're paired with the person sitting adjacent to you. You have one orange available. Both of you want that orange. So what would be the probable solutions? Can you please help me with the solutions? Sharing, very good. Sharing. Barter system, right? If you give me this, I'll give you something else in return. Negotiating with them. Anything else apart from that? Yes? Giving it to all together to the other person. Very good. Buy another one. Again, very good. Anything else apart from that? Think over it. One orange. We need a solution. Very good. So in times to come, there is no conflict. As an organization, no doubt she is a school leader, right? Because you are thinking of not today, but again, times to come. So she said, take out the seeds, seed them, right? In future, at least you are going to have many oranges available, not to share, not to sacrifice, not to accommodate. Very good. Anything else apart from that, yes, please. Sorry, come again. Extract the juice and then half and half. So again is sharing. Any more solutions? Can we have a win-win solution here? Is it possible? Is it possible? Think over it. Can we have a win-win solution? Okay, what is the worst solution possible in this situation? Worst. Sharing is the worst thing. So you're saying that while to accommodate, we can compete. Exactly, right? Toss, or maybe have a run, maybe a race, right? Whoever wins gets it, and the other one has to lose it for sure. So, जितने solutions आपने मुझे दिए, except for expansion of resources. Let's take Orange to a projector, maybe a classroom. All day we are faced with so many problems in the organization where expansion of resources on the spot is not possible. Can we have a room with a projector right now? No. Expansion, अगर आप एक organization के multitude पे लेके जाओगे, तो ये problems बड़ी होती जाती है with the passage of time, right? और उसके solutions on the spot. If I ask director sir कि सब projector change करना principal teacher conference है, on the spot we can't do it. It is not possible, right? You need to actually take it care of. We need to plan for it. We need to fund it, right? We need to take approval. So there's a process behind it. You can't do it right away in a snap, right? It is not possible. मैं ये बात कर रही थी कि क्यों sacrifice, क्यों sharing, आपकी definition थोड़ी सी different है sharing की और मेरी definition थोड़ी different है. Because अगर आप compromise कर रहे हो, where I'm having half of it and you are having half of it, दोनों के objective meet नहीं हुए. Lose situation, the worst situation possible in problems. Understand what I'm trying to say? इसको दोबारा explain करती हूँ मैं. अगर हम दोनों को orange चाहिए, मुझे भी नहीं मिला, आपको भी नहीं मिला, हमने आधा आधा कर लिया. ना मेरा objective fulfill हुआ, ना आपका objective fulfill हुआ. दोनों के काम अधूरे हैं. At least one would have been done. At least एक का काम तो finish होता. One would have been happier. Yes or no? So, lose. Being school leaders, teachers, please make sure, don't think of orange only, but yes, going into a different multitude. अगर आपके पास एक situation आती है, please, it should be your last solution, sharing of or compromising the situation, जहाँ पे आप lose solution develop करो. What is the better way? Either win-lose, lose-win, still better to go. At least one of them is satisfied, and there was logic why they got it. There was a priority attached, there was something or the other, right? What is the better solution? The best solution you can have in this problem is win solution. But one orange, how do I do it so that both of us win? How is it possible? Let me give you an answer because my time is limited. So let's proceed with the answers. Did we communicate? Why do I need it? Why do you need an orange? Might we are planning to make a cake where you need the zest of the orange itself? And I need an orange to eat. Yes or no? क्या मैंने पर्पस जानने की कोशिश की? हम पहले ही कम्युनिकेशन बंद कर देते हैं. उसको भी चाहिए, मुझे भी चाहिए, हम बात सुनने को राजी नहीं. मुझे तो यही चाहिए. मुझे ये चाहिए क्यों? What is the purpose behind my requirement? Right. First thing, I need to understand what's the purpose. जैसे मैंने आपको बताया, अगर किसी को एक केक बनाना है, जिसमें वो ऑरेंज जेस्ट यूज कर सकता है, please start tying your feet. Right? और दूसरे पर्सन को ऑरेंज खाना है, तो एक को छिलके की जरूरत है और एक को ऑरेंज की जरूरत है. दोनों ही विन-विन कर रहे हैं. But you need to understand the reasons behind it. Fine. So why do you need an orange is something which is very essential. और अगर win-win possible नहीं है, we always have an option of win-lose, lose-win, and the last is always there and lose-lose. But my first effort should be to create a win-win solution. To communicate first of all, understand the purposes. एक और चीज मैं एक और solution आपको देना चाहती हूँ. What if I need only a citric fruit and orange doesn't matter? Nobody communicated. Even I did not take the pain to communicate. मुझे चाहिए क्या था? Had it been only any citric fruit and it solves my problem? What else do I want? Nothing else. मुझे सिर्फ citric fruit चाहिए जो मुझे substitution मिलेगा. So please look out for substitutions as well and try and suggest people substitutes. Probably they'll get better solutions at lesser cost and it solves their problem as well. Right? So that was the second thing that you have to ensure in collaboration. The first thing I explained was ownership and effectiveness. Second we talked about was creating win-win solutions. We've already discussed this slide. Sorry. We always have an option of competing, avoiding. We stop talking to each other. Within a team, we start retaliating, having grudges for that person, right? We may accommodate, जैसे राहुल सर ने बोला, I'll give it away to somebody else, right? आप ले लो, आपकी जरूरत ज़्यादा होगी. And then we have an option of compromising. To me, it is the worst solution because objective किसी का भी satisfy नहीं हुआ, meet नहीं हुआ. And the best solution you can have is collaborating. But उसके लिए आपको दो skills रखनी पड़ेगी. One, you need to openly communicate, and second, you need to be assertive. And the third thing which you require is the last topic for my day, which is trust. What is trust? What is trust? Can I communicate openly until and unless I trust a person? मैं अपना पर्पस किसी को बताऊंगी खुल के अगर मैं ट्रस्ट ही नहीं करती उस पर्सन, मुझे पता है कि वो बैक फाइटिंग करेगा, चीटिंग करेगा, right? How do I ensure that I do have trust with that person? Again, as a leader, I have to make sure whatever team I have to develop that trust in among all the members. जैसे मैंने sense of ownership वाली page कही, अगर आप उसमें देखें, there was a girl student as well. Did you see it or not? She was also lying on the legs of the other person. At the other day, we had Zest Day, and your felicitation was happening. There was one of the schools, I'm not going to name them. They said, पहले लड़कियां फोटो करा लेंगी, फिर लड़के आएंगे. And I was astonished. There was a single team, one team from one school said, लड़कियां पहले करा लेंगी, सर के साथ फोटोग्राफ, फिर लड़के आ जाएंगे. हम स्कूल को स्कूल में जो चीजें सिखानी है वो सिखा ही नहीं रहे. We never teach them gender acceptability. Had it been a scenario, they go to an engineering institute or an MBA institute for that matter. They go into corporate. इन लोगों को handshake कराना एक challenge होता है. I am talking of students. Let me give you an example of the faculty. ZSDP faculty ko we did FTP also that day, right? So they were made to stand in a line and they were asked to put their hands on the shoulders of the person standing next to them. ऐसे their hands, girls, ladies के भी और gents के भी. I said, what happened? That's okay, ma'am. I said, what? It's not about the other gender. They are people. They are humans. अगर आपके अंदर वो झिझक है, तो सामने वाले में तो automatically वो translate होने वाली है. So as school leaders, as teachers, we need to actually ensure that these people are comfortable carrying themselves amongst different genders, across different genders. उसके लिए activities जरूरी है. हम जैसे कीर्तन मंडली होती है वैसे तो बिठाते क्लास को. I believe me, it happens with my class also. लड़कियां इस साइड, लड़के उस साइड. And ये बचपन से mindset है. At times parents teach you and tell you कि मैम ऐसे होगा, मेरा बच्चा तो ऐसे बैठेगा. But you need to actually tell them why is it important. If they have a lady boss in times to come, they would not be able to face them. So we need to actually tell these students that they have to be having gender acceptability, gender diversity. So while you create teams for collaboration, just make sure that it has to be a mix of boys and girls together. Tell them they are humans. Please don't give that inhibitions in the minds of students कि ये तो लड़की है, इसके साथ पाँव मांग दिया. And it took me a whole lot of time to inform the students to do it. Same happened with our second BC also. आपकी same class में problem आई थी. We were doing this game. Previous students did it wonderfully for girls and boys, but for BC I had this problem, right? Girls said we won't do it, right? You create a different set of students, and today we have a girl from BC only do it. So we have changed it and evolved it. Anyhow, this is the last game which talks about collaboration, creating win-win solutions as I talked about, and then I'm going to wind up my session, right? So what they're supposed to do it, we created a smaller setup here. There's a start line for them, there's a start line for them, right? So for them, it happens to be finish line, and for them, that is a finish line. There's a single passage that they have to cross. Their legs are tied together, right? Now what are the possible solutions? Let us see how they do it. Believe me, they have not done this game prior. Let me see how do they do it, right? Shall we start? please. You have to pass through the boxes only. Start doing it, come on. Don't commit your fouls. Good. Can we appreciate these kids? Careful, careful, careful. Just to the boxes. While we're doing it, let me also tell you, there are certain strategies of solving this, apart from only win-win solutions. कितना टाइट ये कफ कर रहे हैं अपने लेग्स को और कितना लूज कर रहे हैं, ये भी स्ट्रैटेजी का पार्ट है. Who will stand with whom? किसके लेग्स का साइज कैसे है, कौन किसको उठा के लेग के साथ ट्यून कर सकता है, इतनी निटी-ग्रिटीज पे ये बच्चे प्लान करते हैं और स्ट्रैटेजाइज करते हैं, but that's a different topic altogether. Now this game is called Let's Transverse. There will be a point जहाँ पर इनको सिंगल पैसेज से दोनों को क्रॉस करना है. अगर यहाँ पर ये अकोमोडेट करते हैं, एक को पास करने देते हैं और दूसरा स्टे करता है, प्रॉब्लम कहाँ पर आएगी? Their cumulative time to complete the objective will go on the higher side. हमारा ऑब्जेक्टिव मीट नहीं होगा. So इनको क्या करना पड़ेगा? Transfers के टाइम पर they have to help each other to cross smoothly so that the total time captured for their activity reduces significantly. Let's see how to do this with transfers. Shall I give you a better solution? आपने क्या किया? आप एक गड़बड़ करी अपने. आप अगर हेड ऑन एक ही डायरेक्शन की बजाय दूसरी डायरेक्शन से आते तो आप एक दूसरे को अच्छे से होल्ड कर पाते. Still you can try do it. हाँ, एक ऐसे स्टार्ट करता और दूसरा वैसे स्टार्ट करता. But that's fine. Careful. आप तो मैं जा सकती हूँ. Now in these games what we are doing is we are not changing their behaviors. We are giving them behavior potentialities, wherein over a period of time, when they have real life scenarios in which they are going to utilize these skills, at least it should be a part of their habit to do it. अगर एक को रोक के आप दूसरे का काम चलाओगे तो टाइम कैप्चर ऑटोमेटिकली हायर साइड पे जाएगा. तो हम जो गेम्स करवाते हैं, I have one more submission to make to all the schools possible. We all have created houses. We all having declamation contest, what not, this, that, right? सब हम competition दे रहे हैं. We do not have to create competition for them. We need to actually create activities that are more collaborative so that they have that game and potentiality thanks to us. ज़ेस डे पे बच्चे आए, सभी एक दूसरे को आउटडू करना है, हमें जीतना है. But it's not about winning. It's more about collaborating together and finding better solutions going forward. So ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much. It's over from my side. I just talked about 3 ingredients of collaboration going forward. That was, can I have it from the audience? What were they? Sense of ownership, effectiveness goes together. Then trust and faith, and the last was creating win-win solutions. Thank you so much. You have been a lovely audience. That's my time.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for enlightening us with your engaging and dynamic session. I request Mr. Vijay Kaushik from Swami Vivekanand Public School, Yamunanagar, for sharing the best practices. Please, sir.
प्राची इसके बाद ओपन सेशन कोई भी कहना चाहे।
ओके सर।
गुड आफ्टरनून ऑल ऑफ यू। ज़्यादा टाइम इसका पे मिनट लूँगा। एक बेस्ट प्रैक्टिस जो हमारे यहाँ है वो मैं शेयर कर रहा हूँ। एक लीड प्रोग्राम हमने डेवलप किया है, लर्न अर्न एंड डेवलप। क्योंकि हर स्टूडेंट में एक टैलेंट रहता है। कोई बच्चा डांसिंग में बहुत अच्छा है, कोई बच्चा फ्रेंच में बहुत अच्छा है, सिंगिंग में बहुत अच्छा है बच्चा, कुकिंग में बहुत अच्छा है। तो एक सीनियर स्टूडेंट जूनियर स्टूडेंट्स को ट्रेन करता है और उसका एक अमाउंट भी हमने मंथली, ताकि बच्चे थोड़ा सीरियस हों, एक रखा हुआ है। और वो अमाउंट बच्चों की जो लीड ट्रेनर होते हैं उनकी पार्टी में, उनके एंटरटेनमेंट में वो खर्च हो जाता है। स्कूल कुछ नहीं रखता उसमें। तो जो बच्चा सिखा रहा होता है, लीड ट्रेनर जिसे हम कह रहे हैं, तो वो अपना 100% देने की कोशिश करता है कि मैं टीचर हूँ और मेरे ये स्टूडेंट्स हैं और मुझे इनको पढ़ाना है। तो कहीं ना कहीं एक लीडरशिप क्वालिटी उसमें डेवलप हो रही होती है। तो ये प्रोग्राम हमारे यहाँ रन हो रहा है।
Anyone else want to share anything?
Thank you so much, sir, for your experience sharing. Anybody from the audience, if wants to share anything valuable and insightful,
Maybe one or two sentences.
the session is now open for open session.
Good afternoon, everyone. You know, there is a saying that I cannot change the direction of the wind, but I can adjust my wings according to the direction of the wind. Lot of changes are happening. Everything is changing in bits and bytes. Transformation is going on, and I know each one of us is trying our best to give the best to our children. Right? You agree with me? Whether they're parents or the teachers or the leaders, the focus is only one, that is our child. And the child is not the child, the children, 40 children in our one section, they are the next generation, they are the future generation who has to take care of the country. So we have to try our level best that God has given us this opportunity, that we can give back to the society. We can bring change in the lives of these children. We should give 100% to our children only. Not as our duty, but as the cause for national development. I always say that there is no need to go to the borders to serve the nation. Only thing is that when we do our duties 100%, we are contributing in the process of national development. A teacher, if teaches and gives 100% for the development, for the progress of the children, for the, give right values to the children, definitely we are doing our duty. Similarly, a barber or a carpenter, if he is doing his duty well, he is participating in the process of national development, and we are far better than those who are denied this opportunity, who are not allowed to come out of the four walls, and we have got this opportunity, so we definitely should do something for the lives of children. So 3 E's are very important. I always say whatever we do, whatever learning experiences are there, I always feel that 3 E's are very important. अगर मैं आप लोगों से पूछूं कि कितने लोग हैं जो ड्राइविंग करना सीखते हैं, I always share with my teachers also, how many of us know how to drive or how, with any skill that we learn. I think many of us, what happens कि अगर मैं ड्राइव करना सीखते हैं तो क्या चीज़ें होती हैं, कैसे हम सीखते हैं ड्राइविंग, हमने कैसे वो ड्राइविंग सीखी? I just want to know. हमने लोगों को पहले हम देखते हैं ड्राइव करते हुए, एग्जाम्पल काइंड ऑफ, राइट? उसके बाद अगर हम जस्ट आपको इंस्ट्रक्शंस दे दी कि ओके यू हैव टू राइट, देयर इज ABC accelerator and brake and there is another C clutch is there. By just telling, can we learn how to drive? What we have to do? We have to experience, we have to drive the car. Okay, now I have 2 things, मैंने example एग्जाम्पल भी देखा, मुझे इंस्ट्रक्शन भी पता, मैं एक्सपीरियंस भी कर रही हूँ, लेकिन व्हाट इफ मैंने ड्राइव की एंड दैट वेरी मोमेंट I was about to hit the car and my husband says, don't you dare to touch that car. Cover the car with chain, go up. You will hit it and you are going to bear the damage, the loss. Will we be able to learn? उसके लिए क्या जरूरत है? अगर मेरे हस्बैंड कहते हैं don't worry, or anyone who is teaching me, don't worry, कोई बात नहीं, learning is more important, कोई जरूरत नहीं, don't worry, you just हर कोई hit करता है, you just go ahead, you will learn how to drive it, right? So 3 E's are example. We learn by example. We are the best examples before our children. Second E is give them opportunities to experience, as ma'am has given. Experience, very important. Let them experience. Involve the children, as Principal Ma'am from SD Vidya, she was telling that she has involved the children. Third E is give them emotional support. Very important. That we have to encourage the children. Yes, you can do it. Come on. Okay? You don't have to be scared of failures. So when we apply these 3 E's in any of the processes, be it lesson planning, be it learning, be it or whatever activities we are planning, so these 3 E's are very important, and success are important, and emotional support. So keep in mind these 3 E's, apply them in your teaching methodologies, you will see the difference. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Anyone else from the audience?
Okay, very good afternoon everyone present here, all the esteemed guests and the faculties of JMIT. Well, I'm privileged that I got this opportunity to speak in front of you. I'm Swati Verma, French language trainer here across Mukand and JMIT. So we have been taking these French classes since last 1 year, and the college is providing this to the students, this opportunity free of cost. So we have been taking this since last 1 year. So I request all the schools, those who are interested, they can send their students. We are going to organize a French event that will be on 30th of September in this particular month, right? 30th of September, please mark the dates, mark this date. This is actually the new thing we are coming up in this northern region, because this has never happened, and this is going to be an exploring and experiential learning for all the students, because we are going to provide that kind of opportunity to all the students from the schools. So from these Saharanpur, Ambala, Karnal, Kurukshetra, Ambala, right? All these Yamunanagar, so all the schools we are asking them to participate. Even then they can send their students, even if they don't have this French language in schools, they can send the students as an audience just for the experiential learning. So that will be a motivating thing for the students, and they can participate more in this particular field. So thank you so much.
We are grateful to all our esteemed educators for taking their time to share their expertise and best practices with us today. Each of their contributions is a testament to the innovative and effective approaches being employed in schools across the region. Let's give one final round of applause to all our speakers for their valuable contributions and for making this session a great success.
Now, I would like to invite the representatives from these schools to receive the honors. I request our worthy director, Dr. S.T. Garg and Dr. Vivek Sharma to please grace the stage. First we have is BR International Public School, Kurukshetra. Representative from DAV Public School, Yamunanagar. EAV Centenary Public School, Lador. Hariom Shiv Public School, Rador.
आप सबके एफर्ट से ये फोटोग्राफ है जिन बच्चों को हमने प्लेस करवाया है, वो आपके बच्चे थे, मेरे पास इनपुट आया, हमने उनको ट्रेन किया और अल्टीमेटली वो प्लेसमेंट ऑफर्स के साथ गए।
Indian Public School, Rador. Mukand Public School, Yamunanagar.
ये भी पब्लिक स्कूल के बच्चे TCS में भी प्लेस हुए, इजेक में भी, JST प्राइवेट लिमिटेड, इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स और एंटिटी टेक्नोलॉजी।
Swami Vivekanand Public School, Jagadri. And last but not the least, Swami Vivekanand Public School, Allahabad. We would like to appreciate our esteemed speakers who have joined us for the event. Dr. Jaya Malhotra, Worthy Hat PG Department, JMIT.
Dr. Jaya, she is the curator of today's program.
Ms. Meenakshi Singh from BR International Public School, Kurukshetra. And Ms. Parumita Naran from TPS Yamunanagar. Mr. Vijay Kaushik from Swami Vivekanand Public School, Yamunanagar.
बेटर रहेगा नहीं? सभी को हम सभी को फेलिसिटेट करना चाहते हैं, जिससे हमारी ये इच्छा है।
You all are requested to kindly grace the stage.
सारे स्टेज पे आ जाओ सर।
I request everyone to please grace the stage.
सभी पार्टिसिपेंट प्लीज बी ऑन द स्टेज। और मीन टाइम आप मोनिका प्लांटर्स को कोऑर्डिनेट कुछ वॉलंटियर स्टूडेंट प्लीज हेल्प करें प्लांटर यहाँ पे लाने में। वॉलंटियर स्टूडेंट प्लीज हेल्प करें।
जिशान 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 कहाँ है? ये लाइव बंद कर रहे हैं हम भाई, वहाँ से कैमरा अड़ रहा है, वो फोटोग्राफ होनी है एक। बोल कर दे बंद, कैमरा बंद करा। कैमरा बंद कर। जय मैम आओ
Ladies and gentlemen, as we come to the end of what has been an inspiring and enriching day, it is important to take a moment to express our gratitude to all those who have made this event a success. We are incredibly fortunate to have had the opportunity to hear from such distinguished speakers, engage in insightful discussions and share valuable experiences. To formally express our thanks, I would like to invite Dr. Vivek Sharma, Director JMIETI, to deliver the vote of thanks, and it is fitting that they close the day with a few words of appreciation.
Good afternoon, everyone. So, gratitude is the fairest bosom which springs from the soul. With these words, I am privileged to extend my deepest appreciation on behalf of the entire organization committee. This Principal Teacher Conference stands as a testament of our shared commitment to educational excellence. First and foremost, I wish to express my profound gratitude to the honorable delegates. On behalf of the organizing committee, I convey my deep regards to our General Secretary, Dr. Ramesh Kumar. Sir, your vision and your dedication has been a driving force behind this event. My deep regards and hearty thanks to Srimati Batla, Shashi Batla for her gracious presence. I'm also thankful to Dr. S.K. Garg, Director JMIT, for his constant help and his guidance, which radiated a source of energy among us. Our sincere thanks to Ms. Nilenderjeet Kaur Sandhu and Ms. Anita Chaudhary, to esteemed principals and vice principals who have graced us on with their insightful contribution. We are deeply in debt. I want to thank our beloved Head of Department, PDP Department, Dr. J.M. Malhotra and her dedicated team, who helped us to make necessary administrative arrangements for organizing the event at our campus. I'm thankful to all my staff, faculty member, non-teaching member. Without you, this event wouldn't have been possible. Thanks for attending the event. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. We hope you leave today inspired and motivated. As we conclude, I encourage you all to take the knowledge and experience you have gained here and apply it to your own work and endeavors. The connections you have made and the insights you have gained will surely serve as valuable resources as we move forward. Once again, thank you for being a part of this event. It has been a pleasure to host you and we look forward to seeing you at future events. Thank you and have a wonderful
सेव वगैरह का तो नहीं करना कुछ.
Dear audience, you're requested to join us for the lunch in Blood Donation Hall of the Institute, right back in the auditorium. Thank you.
Please fill the certificate and fill the back form.